Now, let's see, before we do anything else. As always, there's someone I'm gonna have to message. So, you know the drill, time to spam for a moment. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna say that I might as well get started. So yeah, everyone, it's your favorite programming error that refuses to be fixed, CodeErr. So, ReZero, you know the drill. Actually, no, never mind. I don't need to write any extra messages. I was about to, but now I don't need to. It all works out, doesn't it? Yes, welcome. So, the time has come. This might potentially be the final part of this game. Now I can't guarantee that, I don't know for sure. But we may or may not be able to finish the game today, depending on what happens. So, commence operation. After 44 hours of gameplay, it is finally time to solve this problem. This does seem like a pretty endgame kind of scenario we're in right now. So let's get started. Load save data? Yes, I want to do that. You might have to defeat Betelgeuse too. Possibly, but I doubt it. I think since that's more of a main plot line that gets explored in the anime too, I doubt that he's gonna be an issue for us to handle in this game. I mean, he did come up once or twice, but that was about it. And I think we did a pretty nice job of avoiding arousing the witch's cult's attention. So we should be good to go, hopefully. The morning sun is almost painfully bright on the day of the battle. The clear sky seems out of place considering the conflict that awaits. We begin walking forward under the blue sky. Depressive Japanese song time, is it? Is it? Hey Rob, you came just in time. You came just in time. You know what? I will check in on that for a second, but yikes. Hate that. Now give me a second. I will check what that is real quick. Oh, actually, no, I know that song. I know that song. Haven't heard it in a while, but I know that song, and I've listened to it before. That do be a darker one, yeah. Yeah. But it's still a good one. It sounds amazing. But it's just a little dark. But hey, if you like ReZero, then you should like dark stuff, right? Haha. And with that, time for happy music, I guess. Working hard as usual. What, the APA salesman? Oh hey. We'll never get tired of visiting you every day. Another one? You know, I'm not here to check out one song after another. Okay, this one I don't think I know. Or at least I don't remember the name. I might check it out at some point. But, you know, we want to actually be able to finish the game today, if possible. Because that opens up another slot. Now, I've been saying for a long time that the moment I finish one of the games I'm currently playing, I want to start streaming more DDLC again. But I also said that I would do a Nuzlocke of the new Pokemon games when they come out, and they're out now, and I already bought one, and You know, considering the timing, I think I'm gonna push that in ahead of DDLC. So DDLC is gonna... I am sorry, but it's gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Then again, Deltarune shouldn't take too long anyway, so we can do DDLC once that's done. Actually, no, never mind, because once that's done, the new Genshin update will already be out, so we'll have to focus on that first. I'm sorry, I just keep pushing DDLC back, but there will be more. Stream will go and with Ramon, none of us timings, I just need you distracted. Yeah, it happens. I am distracted sometimes, okay? I know. Distractions work far too well against me. Hey, hey. We're still one of your main customers right now, I believe. The fact that we come by every single day to buy stuff. Come on. How many people do that? Alright, see you in a bit then. Yeah, we're kind of busy today. Sorry, we can't help you. Of course you were just kidding. Hey, come on. They were really helping your business. You can't deny it. Innocent, Emilia maybe, Ram not so much. Marpas, or do you have another favor you need to ask him? So? What is it, Subaru? Are you at least gonna buy one APA? Just so you're not wasting his time entirely. Yeah, I'm not sure he cares much about that. Yes, filled with regret. Subaru, you know, it's not the first time he said before that he'd be fine being a dog as long as he's Emilia's dog, but now you're his dog too. Seriously, do you just like being treated like an animal? Right, at least one. I hand the APA I bought to Emilia. Welcome back, Rob. Hello. APA, yes. Indeed, APA indeed. Also, by the way, guys, everyone. No poking, by the way. But aren't you happy that I am streaming more frequently and longer? I mean, my past 2 streams have been going beyond 3 hours. Like, one was half an hour longer, one was an hour longer. So, already doing more in that regard. But I'm also streaming, what is it now, 3 days in a row? 4 days? 3 days, I think. 3 days in a row. Yeah, as I said, the streams are gonna ramp up from here for a while. Aren't you happy? Because I sure know I am happy. That means I can finally make some progress on stuff. Then again, for this game, I don't know how much longer the stream could possibly be, considering this might very well be the last day of the game, so... Also, why are you hanging up the APA for decoration? Yeah. Yes, let's get going. Okay. More time to gain the streak again? Yes, yes. Hmm. A success it shall be. Wow. Ha. So yeah, again, this is, as I said, it might potentially be the final ReZero stream, and the next Deltarune stream, I'm gonna be honest here, I am probably not gonna jump right into the Snowgrave route. Possibly. I think what I'm gonna do is this, because I really want to get into the new Pokemon game on the channel. I want to do a Nuzlocke, as I said. So once one of my stream slots frees up, be it this game or Deltarune, Pokemon is gonna take its place, and the other one, which will be done right afterwards, will probably be taken up by Genshin again, because there's a new update coming out. And once I have another slot open after that, probably when Genshin's new update, when I'm done with Genshin's new update, then I will finally get back into DDLC as promised. I know I keep delaying it further and further, but I did say I wanted to do a Nuzlocke on the new Pokemon games, and it has to happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I promise. Because I lost it. Let's leave at 7 PM. No, not the streak. How sad. Fell asleep at 7 PM. Huh. I can't remember the last time I fell asleep that early. Can't quite remember. Well, then again, I fell asleep way earlier sometimes, but that was more so intentionally. Like, 2 PM. Yes. Going to bed at 2 PM, that's how you do it. Is that the Chibi Monica? Is that Chibi Monica? I know you can't really see it in the stream. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for anyone watching the archive and not being able to access stream chat as it's supposed to be. But that's Chibi Monica. You cannot escape the Monica, even when you say that it's gonna take a while for DDLC to make a comeback. But it'll be, don't worry, it'll be soon, okay? Soon we'll get back into DDLC, I promise. But I have so many other things I want to do. I'm so sorry. With that in mind, let's make sure we can hopefully finish this game today, so we can get back to DDLC sooner rather than later. Okay. What that? Cannot see that at all. That didn't work out quite correctly, did it? Sad. The text box color is different. Am I just imagining that? Is this Melty's inner monologue right now? Because I feel like this might be Melty's inner monologue. I think we're currently experiencing the game from Melty's point of view. Of course they worked hard for you because of your evil eye.
どうして嫌だとか辛いと思えるの？幼い私にはそれがわからなかった。だから、世界の優しさを感受して、
It's your future, is it?
大事に大事に集めて、素敵なところだけに寄り添って。
Only pick out the best parts. Well, that sounds very... okay then. Sure, you can't have a single flaw in your perfect world, right? Haha.
私はそんな薄っぺらな氷の上を歩いて、何も考えないで無邪気に笑っていた。パラダール、それが
Yeah, this is definitely Melty's point of view right now.
私の家族と同族たちが暮らす土地。
Ready for imagine if we finish this and then it's like, yeah, there's a second chapter, by the way. That was only chapter 1. Imagine if that was the case.
マガン族はその得意な能力と少しだけ見た目が人と乖離しているせいでずっといろんな土地を追われていたらしい。
Yeah, I imagine having eyeballs in the palms of your hands would creep a lot of people out.
パラダールはそんな私たちマガン族にとってようやく手に入れた安住の地。私たちの祖先が見つけてくれた理想郷。有事の際にはマガン族は国の将兵に応じる。パラダールで暮らすためにはそういう条件があったらしい。だから、マガン族はその要求に応えるため
Tell me everything, Melty. What happens?
強いマガンの持ち主を見つける必要があった。
And you're one of the most powerful ones. Not in combat, but just like when it comes to utility, I guess.
マガン族の子供たちは何年かに一度マガンの能力を見極めるための試験を受ける。マガンが持つ力はそれぞれ違うから。
And you were like, you were the best at the time.
そうやって確かめる機会が必要だった。強いマガンを見つけ、活躍。
What happened? I melted water. Nah, that's not what her evil eye does. We know what her evil eye is like. We already know the power of her evil eye. And it's pretty powerful one, as they said. The evil eye of indoctrination. Seems like a pretty nice thing to have. I don't know what the name is for the evil eye of Salem. I'm just gonna call it the evil eye of mana draining, because that's what it does. It drains mana in the vicinity, and it basically instantly drains your mana if he touches you. Just touch someone, instant mana drain, and general slow, slight mana drain in the vicinity. Pretty powerful. But for Melty, the evil eye of indoctrination, that's an entirely different story. Just being able to touch someone and they immediately favor you. It's basically like mild brainwashing and they will never know. You touch them once and they immediately are like, yeah, I love this person. I want to support them with everything I can. I want to support them however I can. With just a single touch. Isn't that nice?
それがパラダールのマガン族の掟。私も私のお兄ちゃんもそうしなくちゃいけなかった。だから。
Why is it saying question mark? We know it's Melty. Also, this is now spoken dialogue. And now back to internal thoughts.
それを見ながら私は震えていた。何が起きたのかわからなかった。ただ草原には大人も子供も。
Oh, they were all killed. Oh, they were all killed, weren't they?
それがみんな私の目の前で顔を真っ赤にしながらぶつかり合って、そうなるのを黙って見ていた。なんでなんでなんでなんでなんで。
Huh.
ずっと疑問が頭の中を走り回る。
And that's how the evil eye tribe fell. That's how Faradar got destroyed.
でも私は気づいていた。これが私の引き起こしたこと。これは
And of course she thinks it's all her fault.
こ
Yikes.
私が背負わなくてはならない罪。
Yikes.
これが私の魔眼。
Evil Eye of
最悪の魔
Calamity?
眼。
Wait a second. Everyone up until now has been saying that she has the evil eye of indoctrination. Does she have two evil eyes? Or is it the same evil eye? Or wait, what's going on here? This is Melty, this is Melty, right? I am confused.
人たらし。それが私の魔眼の力。
Okay, okay.
とても珍しいもの。
But they call it something
何
different.
百年も
Or she
発現
calls it
しなか
something
った魔眼
different.
で、そして
Okay, so she just calls it something different. Because she thinks she's at fault. Mlemty, of
そ
course.
してとても恐ろしく強力で大勢を不幸にする力なのだと教えられた。
お前と同じ魔眼の持ち主が何百年も前にいたらしいんだ。
Yeah, and they were a pretty evil person. Yeah, we've heard about
そい
this.
つの話を大人から聞き出せたら、お前の手助けにもなるかもしれない。
They used that power for very egotistical things. Just to further their self. Melty is a kind-hearted person though, so,
会いに
you
来て
know.
くれたお兄ちゃんが私のためにいろいろ調べてくれていた。会いに行っちゃダメって
How did you
言われ
wind
たは
up
ずなの
with
に
Sakura?
大人の目をごまかしてお兄ちゃんはいつも会いに来てくれた。
How did you end up, you know, working for Sakura though? I want to
魔
know.
眼の試験があった日以来、私はずっと村外れの小屋で一人閉じ込められて
Wow.
過ごしていた。
Oh, we don't like the power she has. We're gonna lock her away. That's gonna work out fine. How
でも
nice
仕
of
方
them.
ないと思う。死んじゃった人こそいなかったけれど、誰が死んでしまってもおかしくなかった。
Oh, by touching people, you can make them show favor towards you, and basically mildly brainwash them. Well, better lock you away, because that's how you handle things like this. I mean, yeah, it is scary to think about, but you could have handled that better. She was still a child at this point. You really don't think you're kind of being a little dramatic about this?
その原因が私の魔眼なのだ。私の人たらしの力がそうさせた。試験の時、私は自分の魔眼の力が何なのかわからなくて、だからせかす周りの声が辛くて。
Rem was dramatic too. Yeah, I mean but yeah, the thing with Rem was a different story. Oh, you were born as twins? Well, time to kill both of you. And everything that followed wasn't much better, where everyone was like, yeah, if only you didn't exist and your sister had two horns. Well, basically Rem mostly imagined, everyone wishing that she didn't exist. Yeah, everyone was talking about how amazing Ram would have been if she had two horns, but no one ever outright said to Ram, you know what, this would all be better if you didn't exist and she was an only child. But Ram basically felt like everyone was thinking that. Sad story. Well, for Melty, at least no one tried to kill her. They did just lock her up, so I guess this is better? I guess so. Well, then again, for Melty, it's also, I mean, her entire home village is also gonna fall, much like Ram's home village got destroyed.
それで私はお願いをした。怖いからうるさくしないで。多分そんなお願いだったと思う。
I kind of killed everyone, but Pandora would have killed them anyway, so she managed to... Yeah, that is true. Well, we don't know. There might still be a way to save everyone, but right now it seems all but impossible. Like, even Rosewall couldn't save him. And he made a promise that he would try to do that, despite the fact that he knew he probably wouldn't be able to. So, if the greatest magic user in the kingdom is unable to to save those people, then it's not gonna be easy. Battle Gears always talks about how Satala saved him. Yeah, that is a thing. Still don't know what that whole rant is about, or if it's just Pandora messing with him. Thought Fortuna and Emilia were just Satala. Yeah, I think it was because of the... We know that whatever Pandora said to him before he walked away laughing, that's definitely what gave him the final push. Like, he was already basically broken after Fortuna died, after he killed her. But whatever Pandora said to him, that was the final push. So, yeah. Of course she never liked him. She literally kicked him out of Subaru's body. So, yeah. She slapped him out of there. One time Pilgrims met Satala through Subaru. Yep. She just slapped him out of there. Exactly. That's... He's just a random follower. He's just a fanboy.
気づいた時には周りのみんながお互いを傷つけ合っていて倒れた人も大勢いてもううるさくできない
Also, yikes. So... Huh. I mean, FM must be like Subaru, yeah. So, Melty basically is the reason why everyone, well, they probably didn't die because of it. They just fought until they couldn't fight any longer. I highly doubt every single one died. But, yikes.
触った相手にお願いを聞いてもらえる。それはとても怖い魔眼の力だった。その魔眼の力を知るまで世界は私にとって優しいところだった。でもその世界が一変する。みんなが私に優しかったのは私の魔眼にたぶらかされていたから。
I highly doubt that. Melty is such a nice person. I'm sure people would have been kind to her even without her evil eye. Sure, probably not everyone, but still, you know. I mean, just look at Tiga, for example. He's hardcore crushing on Melty, and he is completely unaffected by her evil eye. So, can you honestly say that everyone was kind only because of the evil eye? No, you can't say that. Melty's melting everyone's hearts. Ah, true. Also pun, yes.
みんなが私を怖がっていて怖がられる私なんてここがお似合いで。
そんなバカな話があるもんかよ。それで人の妹を監禁なんてされちゃ兄貴の面目が丸つぶれなんだ。
Does it? Also, why is it saying question mark for the names? We know this is Salam and Melty talking to each other. We know.
でもしかしもあったもんか。俺はこんなのは認めないぞ。なんとかして大人を説得してやる。
How did that work out?
お兄ちゃんだけがそんな私の境遇に怒ってくれて変えよう変えなきゃって言ってくれた。
Did he though? Did he have to change things?
お兄ちゃんは優しいよね。でもお兄ちゃんが優しいのは本当？お兄ちゃんが優しいのは私が
I mean, that is a kind of a problem.
そうお願いしたから。
Yes, I remember that. I do remember the thing you showed me. Read the manga, but it is not finished and I'm pissed because it was getting good. Ooh. Ooh. You know what? I might have to get into that. Maybe. Because right now I have more free time, which is the main reason why I've been able to stream for like 3 days in a row. Oh, has it already been 4 days? I honestly can't tell because I have a small brain, but I think it was 3 days. But hey, you know. But yeah, I might have to give it a try because it was certainly looking interesting. It's not dark, but it's fun. That's all you can ask for. Honestly, I'm more of a comedy kind of guy myself. I like it more when it's fun. NSFW moments too, but who hate? Yeah, who would hate them?
私の魔眼
ah.
自分の手のひらを見つめてお兄ちゃんとお揃いの場所にある魔眼それがとても怖く思えて
Could you imagine how weird that would be? By the way, if you had an eye in the palm of your hand, like how weird would that be? And judging by what they've been saying, that eye can't actually see, so you don't have to worry about constantly seeing everything. But it would totally be weird, wouldn't it? To have an eye in the palm of your hand, like even if you can't see out of it, it would be. I mean, I guess if you're born with it, you would be used to it. So it's not that weird. But I don't know how I would feel about that. Would it have the same texture as an eye? Like, because don't even want to think about that. Also, would it be? How sensitive would it be? Like, if something were touching the eye in your palm, would it feel the same way as if you touched your actual eyeball? Because, in that case, I would never be able to pick anything up. Could you clutch your fist? I mean, again, that goes back to how sensitive is that evil eye. I have no idea, honestly. But let's face it, no work of fiction probably ever talks about how that would feel. No work of fiction probably talks about that aspect of having eyeballs in the palm of your hands. Even though that is something that does appear on occasion. It's never talked about like that. Oh, but it would be so weird. Again though, if you're born with it, probably be used to it. The web novel would, but I'm guessing that kind of stuff hasn't appeared in there yet, so... Unless it has. In which case... Is that when Tiga came in? She will never appear in the novel, probably not, yeah. But maybe the Evil Eye tribe will. I mean, I know it's extra content in here, but maybe the Evil Eye tribe will get brought up potentially again. In actual canon. You never know. Yeah, will not appear in ReZero ever. Nope. Again, you don't have to introduce the same characters, but you could definitely bring up the topic of the Evil Eye tribe. Unless it's gonna be revealed that every single member of the Evil Eye tribe is dead, in which case, yeah, okay, that doesn't work out. But there's a whole village of them, so... Oh my god, he was crushing since the day he met her. He had a crush since the day he met her, huh? Well, yeah, I know, right? Because you never touched him, but he was being nice to you. Meaning, people can like you even if you don't have to use your stupid evil eye. Basically just like with Subaru and Emilia. Subaru also was mad crushing for Emilia since the day he met her. Like, the first time he saw her, he was already like, Oh my god, this girl is beautiful. I wanna get to know her. And here we have Tiga meeting Melty for the first time. Oh my god, this girl is beautiful. I wanna get to know her. How similar are these two idiots?
私が笑ってとお願いしない限り誰ももう笑ってくれなかったから。
俺は T がちょっと道に迷っちゃって、そしたらこの小屋が見えたからさ、誰かいるかなって覗きに来てみたら君がいたってわけ。
Well, Melty, are you gonna introduce yourself as well?
なんてことないみたいに男の子は笑って、でもそれはとんでもないことだった。村のみんなは私を怖がっていたし、私の魔眼が危ないって知っていた。
Well, he doesn't know.
だから知らない人が小屋に来られないよう、そういう魔眼で人を遠ざけていたはずなのに、近づくだけで嫌な気持ち
Of
になる。
course, I will use the evil eye to keep people. I will use the evil eye to. Nah, you can't say it. They're not destroying it. I can't phrase things properly. But yeah, using the evil eye to protect people from the evil eye. That's how they're doing it. There we go. From a different one, to be
お
fair.
兄ちゃんの魔眼で。
あれ、また止まっちゃったかな。恥ずかしがり屋なんだね、君は。
Oh, so the reason he could come in here without going away because he was feeling unpleasant, again, because he's immune to the debuff. Because the mana drain would basically be your debuff, right? And Tiga's completely immune to those. Incredible!
もしかして外の人と話しちゃいけないとか、そういう決まりだったりする？だったらちょっとまずいかも。
Tiga, honestly, I like you, dude.
俺、
I like him.
旅芸人の一座の雑用でさ、いろんなところを見て回ってきたから、そういう掟があるのわかるんだよ。
男の子はうんうんとうなずいて、私が何かを言う前に私の事情のほとんどが分かってしまった。
He's smart too. He's a smart boy.
そのまま何も言えない私の前で、男の子は唇に指をそっと当てた。そして片目をつむる。
わかった。じゃあ俺が来たのは内緒。君は誰にも会ってないし、俺もここには来なかったってことで。
Well, Melty, don't you wanna talk to him? Don't you wanna talk to Tiga?
でも道に迷ったのは本当だから、街のある方向は教えてほしいな。そしたらすぐにでも出ていくよ。
Well, Melty, say something.
もしかしてわかんないかな。そっか。じゃあ仕方ないな。勘で戻れるかな。
So, and they said that Tiga was just accepted into the village, right? He lived there since then until the village fell, if I'm not mistaken.
不安げに首をひねりながら男の子が小屋の外へ出ようとする。
Boo! You ain't scaring me, Debbie, but welcome to the stream.
そのまま
Very happy to
そ
see
の
you
子が
here.
いなくなると考えて、また一人ぼっちになると思った瞬
Can
間、
afford another scream? Sad.
私はとっさにその袖を捕まえていた。
Oh no, Melty, however will he recover from that? You touched him. Now he's under the spell of your evil eye, totally under your spell. How could that have happened? Because he's totally not immune to it in any way, shape or form. Testing didn't go swimmingly, got another tomorrow, yikes. Well, fingers crossed it went alright at least. And fingers crossed tomorrow's one will be better, so... You got this. You got this. I believe in you. If you can't believe in yourself, then believe in the me who believes in you. I want a revision since today was bad, so I'll just be here. Wow. You sure? You sure it's alright to give up? In the end, it is your decision, but I feel like you could still... Or then again, an all-night cram session wouldn't be the best. After all, sleep is important too. Believe in the idiot VTuber and the kiwi fruit. Yes. Idiot kiwi fruit. That's the spirit. Idiots have to believe in each other. Because if we're not there for each other, then who will be? The smart folk? Nah. They're gonna stay far away from us. They don't want anything to do with idiots like us.
どうかした？ひょっとして俺に話があるのかい？道を教えてくれる気になったとか。
Oh, keep going, Melty.
それとも俺にお願いでもあるとか？
その質問にゾッとした。
Yeah, because now you feel like he's under your spell.
わからなくなる。
That question probably is what gave her the impression that he's under her spell now. Damn it. Damn that subconscious mind control. But that would probably be a sad life growing up. Like, just touching someone is enough to put them under a spell where they want to serve you. And do everything they can to help you. That would be kind of weird, because yeah, you would never know if someone's feelings were genuine. Totally not like Tiga is immune or anything, but you know, again. My smart folk friends have COVID, so I believe they are avoiding me. Well, in that case, that's very smart of them. Those smart bastards avoiding me. Oh no, they have to serve you. Still. Imagine never knowing if someone's feelings for you were genuine. Like, oh, is this person my friend? Or are they just helping me because I literally placed a spell on them, so they have to, so they serve me because of that. They want to help me because of that. Is that person like an actual friend? Or yeah, it would be weird. Then again, logistics of magic in the real world never would be a thing. I just tapped my crush, sadly, with hating. But it would be cool if all else fails. Tap tap. Wow. Bang, they served me easy. Yikes. One problem again, this power comes with one big downside. And that would be the weird part of this power, the fact that you have eyeballs in the palms of your hands. That would probably be the weirdest part about having this power, more so than just touching people to make them like you. Ah, pain.
してほしいこと、望み、お願い。それは私が考えてはいけないこと。それなのに、
Right, never mind.
望みは際限なく湧いて。
Trade-offs are bad. Yes. Again, I brought up this topic before, but how would that feel? Like, are they as sensitive as your real eyeballs? In which case, how would you ever be able to pick anything up? I know for a fact that these people can see out of them. At least that's what it seems like, so they're not functioning like real eyeballs. But are they still just as sensitive? Because if those eyeballs in your hands are just purely aesthetic and don't actually change anything about anything else in your life, then I guess they wouldn't be that bad. But other than that, I honestly don't know if I could deal with that kind of stuff. Behind me if I just put my hands behind my back. Well, again, it seems like they aren't actually properly useful. I feel like they're just aesthetic, but it would definitely be weird.
また家族で一緒に暮らしたい。怒ってばかりのお兄ちゃんに笑ってほしい。傷つけてしまった人たちに謝りたい。一人は嫌だ。一人は嫌だ。一人は嫌だ。嫌だ嫌だ嫌だ。嫌だから
So...
私
Oh, she talking. Melty be
男の子に
talking.
触れた手のひらの魔眼がかすかに薄いた。まるで願い事を言ってしまえと言われているみたいに熱く熱く熱く、その熱に浮かされたみたいに私はここに。
わかった。
Again, she thinks he's under her... She thinks he's under her spell. He really isn't. He really isn't. Because he's immune. Immune to all kinds of mental effects. You cannot curse this guy like that. They both are... Hey, slow down, buddy. This is a flashback. They're children at this point. Slow down. Later, maybe, once we're out of this flashback.
わがままと分かっていて、私が誘惑に負けてしまった瞬間、男の子が笑って私の唇に指を当てた。
But I can see why you would come to that assumption. Don't worry, don't worry. In present day, they're all of age, so yeah. Plus, the dude has a mad crush on her, so if it ends up like that, it would be nice for them. Held his hand, cut off. Yeah, no. Ooh, hand holding.
その先を言わせないようにして、男の子がにっこりと笑ってくれる。
You see, I never seen this shit. Neither have I. This is a completely blind playthrough. But welcome anyway. Welcome.
君が一人でいるのが怖いなら、俺が一緒にいてあげるよ。
It's about to happen later, yes. But first we have to save them, because currently they are kind of in trouble.
あれ、そうじゃなかった？
男の子の質問に慌てて首をブンブンと横に振る。
よかった。
Is this entire... Are we gonna have like... I'm worried that this entire stream might be a flashback, depending on how this goes.
そうだな。
Like traveling through time from their perspective.
旅芸人の一座の座長に言われたことなんだけど、これって女の子を見つけたら絶対に手放すなってね。
Again, he was crushing on her since day one.
まあ、強いて言うなら単純だよ。
Yep.
俺は君に一目惚れしたのさ。
Get her to shut the fuck up, join and say something like that. I mean, hey, people can make the wrong assumption, okay? It's only it's understandable.
私の隣に座っていろんな話をしてくれた。物心ついた頃から家族がいなくて、旅の一座に拾われ、いろんな土地を巡ったこと。
And now he's gonna live in your village. Now he's gonna be living in your village until it gets destroyed, and then, yeah. No happily ever after up until much later.
孤独も忘れて、その子の話に聞き惚れていて。
こいつはどこの誰なんだ。どうやってこの小屋に入り込んだ。
Also, I think it's nice that we don't get to see any character images, because they're either irrelevant side characters or they're younger versions of the characters we know, so they can't use the same images. So, we just have to rely on text and a lovely background, and that's it.
小屋に顔を出したお兄ちゃんが男の子を見つけてすごく怖い顔をする。思わず私が小さくなると、男の子は自分から私の手を握って、
どうも、はじめまして。俺の名前はティーガ。育ての親の座長から芸名もらって、ティーガ・ラウレオン。
Oh wow, I think that's the first name we ever heard his that's the first time we ever heard his last name.
そうか、ティーガ。お前、俺の妹の何なんだ。
At this point, just friends, or is he already gonna say, well, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, we're already dating?
妹？似てない兄弟だな。あ、まあそれはいいんだ。 俺はだな。
話の途中、男の子が私を見る。その男の子の視線で、私はようやく自分が名乗ってもいなかったことに気づいた。
Introduce yourself, Melty. We're experiencing this from your point of view, and we still have question marks on your name whenever you talk.
メルティ。
Thank you.
そっか、了解だ。俺はあんたの妹のメルの友達だよ。この子を二度と一人にはしない。ずっとそばで守り続ける。
Is Salam also gonna think that he's under her spell?
切れたやつだな。まず最初に言うことがそれか。
That it is.
育ての親の座長に言われてるんだ。一番大事なことは恥ずかしくても言え。じゃなきゃ取られても文句は言うな。俺は後悔したくない。一番大事な言葉は最速で伝えた。
Well, that is the case for now, but trust me, you don't want to speak your mind with Sakura later on, because she's gonna kill you.
そうかよ。言っとくが、妹のそばにいるのは大変だぞ。まず、俺が最初の紹介だ。
そうかい。それは声がいがあるな。
Is there gonna be some kind of rivalry between the
お兄ちゃん
two?
の言葉に男の子は笑った。笑ったまま私の手を握っていてくれた。その手は今も。
And we're back in the present, finally.
祈りを捧げていると、いつも私はあの日々を思い出す。
Back in the present.
私の魔眼が人を遠ざけた日、私のところへティーガが来てくれた日、そして私がティーガを縛った日、私との約束を守るためにティーガはファラダールに残って
Yeah,
それからずっと一緒に
well,
いてくれて
but he did that of his own free will, not because of any kind of spell.
育ての親、旅芸人の一座とも別れて、ちゃんとしたお別れもできないで、それなのにずっと一緒にいてくれて。
Yeah, because he's in love, can't you tell?
そのことは本当に嬉しいし、感謝してる。でもとずっと思っている。あの日、私はお願いを口にすることはできなかった。だけど、願ってはいたから。私の魔眼がティーガをたぶらかして、彼の自由を奪って、そして私のそばに
You thought as
縛
in
り
past
続けて
tense?
いるんだと。
So does that mean you're not sure? You're not sure if that's actually the case? Because I know it's not the case.
ティーガの本当の願いを、未来を無視して、身勝手な私のそばに置き続けている。それがたまらなく浅ましくて。
Again, he is unaffected by that stuff.
私、本当にひどい。
何がひどいって？おいおい、今朝もメールは
Hello, Tiga! Time to meet again.
気合が入ってる。
See, now we're in present day. Now they can get it on. Then again, since they're representatives of the church, I am not sure if that works. How does it work in their religion? Can they have relationships like that? I'm not sure. I don't know anything about this world's religion.
お祈りに叫びなんてないの。もうまたお願い聞いてくれない。
See, he never does what you ask. Means he's not under your spell. Tiga talking to me from behind as I pray had become part of our daily routine. Can't help but get angry. But I always regret it. How can I possibly complain about him not doing as I asked?
ごめんね。そんなこと言いたいんじゃなくて。
I am very weirded out by the fact that we switched perspective like this, but it may be something to get used to, but I honestly don't necessarily mind all that much. I mean, we get to see more of Mel and Tiga, so, you know.
シュンとした顔するなよ、メル。
王選候補者がそれじゃ期待してくれてる人たちが不安になるだろ。
Tiga gently touches my cheek. Don't mind it when Tiga touches me, but every time we touch I always wonder. If I wished for something, Tiga may do exactly as I wished, suppressing his own will again.
私に期待してくれてる人なんて変だよ。T がもう分かってるくせに。
メール、これも何度も言ってるだろう。最初のきっかけこそ魔眼の影響かもしれない。
Oh, might have started because of the evil eye. Tiga, that's a poor choice of words. Oh crap. Oh crap, here she comes. Oh crap, here she comes. Sakura appears out of nowhere and Tiga has a wary look in his eyes. Can't help but tense up. I have an instinctive fear of Sakura. Seeing our reaction, Sakura places her hand over her mouth and smiles. I hate you so much.
そうなって困ったことになるのってティーガちゃんたち。あ、違った。そうなって困るのはあなたの大事なメルティちゃんだ。
Again, why must you be such an evil bitch?
お前。
ティーガ、いいの？
メル、だけど
私は大丈夫だからね。ちゃんと言う通りに。
Ah, you don't have to do as you're told. You deserve to be free. Come on. Come on, we can do this. We can free them.
メルティちゃんはいい子ですね。やっぱり聞き分けのいい子は助かります。
You love children? Oh my god. She's a pedophile as well. I know that's not what that's meant, what that's supposed to mean, but come on. Let's pin as many crimes to her as we can. She doesn't have a white vest anyway. She going to prison. Actually, no. That wouldn't be safe. She needs to die.
そうですね。本当は目障りなハンマの下僕、スバルちゃんをどうにかしたかったんですが。
Oh. So this takes place before our meeting with Tiga, right? This takes place before our meeting with him?
スバルさんはなんであの人だけは。
This takes place before our meeting with him, I think, right?
なんとなくですが、あの子変な感じがするんですよ。
Oh, you're just mad that he always stops your plans.
お屋敷に潜ませた子を見つけたのも、ワルフちゃんを邪魔したのも、全部あの子が主導したみたいですし。だから先日、ちょうどいいと思って夜の盗賊団をぶつけてみたんですが、それもダメだったんでしょう？
Yes, of course that's gonna end in failure. Because Subaru knows.
もちろん、メルティちゃんやティーガちゃんが手伝ったからってのもあるでしょうけど。
Hmm?
あの場には俺たちだけじゃなく、スバルの護衛のレムさんや同行者の最優の騎士までいたんだ。俺たちの存在と無関係に連中じゃ歯が立たなかっただろうさ。
ええ、ですから、
Mm-hmm.
お仕置きは長くはしなかったでしょ。
But you still punished them. Why are you this horrible of a person?
ティーガ。
なんでもない。気にするな。それより、
Is this before or after our meeting with him? I'm not sure.
スバルに何か仕掛けるつもりか？
どうでしょうね。どうしたらいいと思いますか？ あんまりひどいことを考えると、ティーガちゃんがお友達に全部話してしまうかもしれませんもんね。
I still don't know.
そうなの私、
Well, too bad for you. We already know you're the mastermind and we're working against that. Whether or not Tiga helps us. Doesn't matter.
そんなことはしないしできない。分かってるはずだろう、さくら。俺にとって一番大事なのはメルだ。他の何も反対の天秤には乗らないさ。
そうですか？
Unless, you know, we can save her as well, which is the plan.
とはいえ、昨日の今日でスバルちゃんに何か仕掛けるのもちょっと考えなしですよね。ですから、今日はおとなしく応戦に向けての票集めに集中しましょうか。
But the royal selection hasn't even started yet.
票集め。またお城の偉い方々と会って。私の魔眼で
I guess that's the plan.
たぶらかしてあげてください。素敵ですよね。
She doesn't even want to use her evil eye.
ただ触れて微笑むだけでどんな相手も意のままに従えられるんですもの。ほんと羨ましい力です。
I hate you so much. Look at that smile. Are you seeing that smile? That smile up there? Imagine if someone walked in right now and saw her smiling like that. Hey, mana wasps, in case you forgot about these things. Fun.
この子たちに言うことを聞いてもらうだけですっかり手いっぱいなんですもの。
Countless wings flutter as shadows appear over the church's walls, floors, and ceiling. Writhing shadows and sound of fluttering wings are enough to paralyze and leave me trembling in fear. I'm afraid. So afraid. I feel just like I did when I was left all alone in the shack back home.
Sakura, やめろ！メルを怯えさせるな！こんなことに何の意味がある？
All intimidation tactics. Fear is what's keeping you under her control. So, if fear is what's keeping you under control, then she'll definitely utilize it as much as possible. Full-on sadist.
たまにこうして怯えさせてあげないとあなたたちも勘違いしてしまうでしょ。
Yeah.
私が優しくて思いやりあふれる素敵で美人な桜お姉さんだって。
Oh, you're gonna be dead soon. Trust me, this isn't gonna end well for you.
そろそろ食事の時間でしょ。メルティちゃんも大切な体なんですからちゃんと栄養は取らないと。
And the fact that she has to be stung in order to survive, that's just even more horrible. The sound of the bug's wings comes closer. I can see the stingers glint. Being stung by those things is extremely painful, so painful that I can't even speak, but without them I will die. Even though I know that... yeah, no, she's not gonna do that, is she? Again, can't wait to kill Sakura. Hopefully she's gonna die in a very, very painful, gruesome way that's gonna make her suffer for a really long time before she finally passes on. And Melty will be safe, don't worry about that. She doesn't, sadly. Not right now, at least. Sakura's remark makes me come to my senses. It sounds as if she is testing me to see if I really will defy her. But if I ever defied her, then everyone in Farada would. Sakura, please, please, just please, please, please die a horrible, gruesome, grotesque, and long death. Soon. Very soon. We can't have Reinhardt be the one. I've decided we can't have Reinhardt be the one to take her down because Reinhardt is too nice of a guy. He would make her death quick and painless because he's just like that. He's a merciful individual. We need someone who would actually be willing to torture her. Can we pin her up against Betelgeuse, please? Can we pin those two up against each other? I would like to see that. You know, that was mean. But honestly, it's still a bit better being screamed at is still better than having to deal with this. So thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you for snapping me out of it for a second. Oh. Yikes. The sound of the insect wings fluttering come closer. While feeling my body tense up in fear, I glance over at Tiga. I don't want Tiga to see this because if Tiga sees me like this, I may wish for it again. I want to be saved. I may ask Tiga to save me, and when I do that, Tiga will... He does the stuff he does because he likes you, not because of your stupid evil eye. Clench my teeth and prepare for the oncoming pain, but it never comes. I look at her, wondering if she's delaying it to harass me. So this is after our meeting with Tiga, isn't it? So we're already commencing our operation. It's time! It's time! We're coming! How quickly do you expect her to gather herself after this? How quickly do you expect her to be like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Nothing happened. With that, Sakura snaps her fingers and the squirming shadows that had been in view until just a moment ago all vanish from sight. I am still reeling from it. How is this gonna go? Oh, you're gonna die soon. Don't worry, you don't need to hear about anything else. Also, I think it's lovely how Debbie was just like, yeah, I'm gonna scream, but not gonna say anything else. Perfect. I'm guessing that's because you had to make up for the fact that you weren't able to scream when you came to the stream. Making up for that fact. Is that it? We're sincerely apologizing to Melty and to Tiga, and that's about it. There's no one else here to apologize to. I'm a little lurker, sorry. Yeah, no. You gotta be sorry. Hint of revision. Hey, nice. But you still had time to scream at me, at least. There's always time for a nice little scream. That is the case.
ご容赦を。
By the way, that voice sounds extremely similar to Subaru. Is that just Subaru in a guard outfit? I mean, I doubt it. It's probably just a regular guard. But I feel like it could also very well be Subaru in a guard outfit trying to provoke them into coming. Because he is good at provoking people.
面白いことを言いますね。
だが一理ある。どうするんださくら。メルのためにもご招待に預かるべきじゃないのか。
そうしたらさっきのことも中断できますもんね。
It would interrupt it, yes.
いや、つ当たりはよしてくれ。人が来たのは俺の責任じゃない。
Tiga shrugs and I notice Sakura's glare becomes more ominous. Seeing this, I instinctively raise my hand.
はい、お城ですよね。行きます。
Oh, defying Sakura, kind of.
仕方ありませんね。
は、ありがとうございます。では、竜車をご用意しておりますので、どうぞ皆様ご乗車ください。
Is this a trap for them, or are we actually going to the castle? It might very well just be you know, just to lure her out. And get her out of harm's way for now. We follow the guard out and ride the dragon carriage to the
そ
castle.
れにしても妙ですね。
妙ってのは。
当然予定になかったこの呼び出しです。県人会のおじいさまたちは難しかったですけど、文官の偉いさんは私たちの味方。
Which high-ranking civil servant?
正確にはメルティちゃんの味方ですけど、おかげでお城の動きは私たちに筒抜けだったじゃないですか。
Just someone from the castle, I guess. So you have a way to get info.
その知らせがなかったなんて、お仕事の怠慢と言わざるを得ませんね。
This has nothing to do with the people at the castle. You fool. Subaru is behind this. Sakura is referring to Rickard, who is cooperating with us. Ah, that bitch. I'm sorry, male. That son of a bitch. In joining the current royal selection, we needed someone's cooperation in the castle. We sought out the manager of the other civil servants. We created an opportunity to meet with him, and I used my power of indoctrination to bring him to our side. Using the power more often would deepen the effect. Now Rickard would prioritize us, prioritize me, even if he doesn't think of it consciously. Being a manager of the other civil servants, Rickard delivers us useful information constantly. That's why I have the same suspicion as Sakura. Why didn't Rickard tell us about
もしか
this?
したら
Could Rickard have managed to escape the evil eye of indoctrination if that's the
また
case?
改めてメルティちゃんに魔眼を深くかけ直してもらわないといけませんね。
For a second, I thought she read my mind. That was how exact Sakura's words matched my thinking. Sakura smiles wide.
なんてね。そんなことメルティちゃんは言われなくてもちゃんと
Yeah,
わかって
she
ます
knows.
よね。
But we can solve this problem.
そ
Just hang in there, Melty. We'll save you and Tiga.
だって困りますもんね。あなたの魔眼の力から抜け出すような人がもしも存在すると分かったら。そんなことないです。私はこの魔眼がなかったらもっと普通に。
I'm guessing that evil eye is sometimes kind of a problem. Yes, I wish I didn't have my evil eye. If it weren't for this, I wouldn't be taken advantage of by Sakura. I wouldn't have been torn from my family either. If it weren't for this evil eye, I would be a normal girl.
普通の女の子？
Can she read her...
そんなこと言い
Wait, can Sakura read her mind? Can she actually read her mind?
メルティちゃんが普通の女の子だなんて、そんなの絶対に無理の無理ですよ。だって
She's more intense than I thought.
メルティちゃんって絶望的なぐらい人間不信じゃないですか。
Honestly, how does she know what Melty is thinking? Is she just... Does she just have good intuition or something? What's going on here? she can't possibly read minds, otherwise Subaru would have fallen victim to that way earlier.
人間不信が極まりすぎて自分の言いなりになる人じゃないと一緒になんていられないでしょ。あなたは意のままに操れる人が相手じゃないと安心で
Hey, 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 Tiga is doing just fine without being controlled.
そんなこと。
And he still wants to serve you, so... I wish I could say it's not true, but those words won't come out. Because deep down I know she's right. I'm a coward, I'm timid, and I'm weak. I fear how I can't be at peace. That's why...
だからあなたは王様になるべきなんです。
I hate you so much, Sakura.
すべてを意のままに従える。いいじゃないですか。やりましょう。王様になったらそれこそやりたい放題です。
Well, maybe not anything, but...
冗談で従えるか、権力で従わせるか、それだけの違いでしかない。わかりますか？資格が本物とか偽物とか、そんなのどうだっていいことなん
Was
です。
she though? Was she
だ
though?
ってあなたは生まれながらの王様だから。
You honestly think she can't do anything else with her life?
王様。
ええ、そう。
Hmm.
そうですよ。その魔眼に
Okay, no, that's bad phrasing.
他者を踏み
Like,
にじ
why?
る権利
That's
が
not
あ
how
る。
I would say this.
国王
No one gets given the right to
国民を
trample on
虐げる
others.
権利がある。
Like, that's the kind of mentality that Priscilla has. And she's horrible. You don't want to be like her.
誰かを支配することが権力者の証なら、あなたは生まれながらにそれを持ってい
Again.
た。
That's not all there is to ruling. Sakura raises her hand, she runs her finger across her palm, and grins. I immediately realize the gesture is referring to my palm rather than her own. My palm, my evil eye, has been reconstructed so that it can't be seen anymore. It used to exist in that particular
あ
spot.
なたの魔眼は
Where is it
あ
now?
なたの王冠。私はね、メルティちゃん。あなたに本物の王
Has
様
it
に
just
な
been
ってほ
pushed
しい
further
です
into the hand so it can't be seen? Or is it pushed somewhere entirely else? Or is it really just made invisible somehow? Sakura squints as she looks down on me gently.
私たちの関係って最悪ですし、あなたが私を嫌ってるのは当然です。そうなるように
Yes,
振る舞って
which
くだ
makes
さ
it
い。
even more horrible because you know what you're doing. The fact that you know what you're doing just means you're that much more of a horrible
だけ
person.
ど、あなたを王様にしたい気持ち、これだけは
Yeah, so you can
嘘じゃ
still...
なかったりするんです。
Yeah, so you can basically be ruler from behind the scenes because you're just gonna keep using her and manipulating her. If she's the ruler of this nation and you're controlling her, then basically you're the ruler of this nation, just not publicly.
あなたにはそうなれるだけの力がある。それができるんなら、そうしたっていいじゃないですか。
Why not? Maybe she doesn't want to?
わからないです。私にはそんなの。
I reluctantly shake my head as I try to escape from Sakura's words. But she won't let go. Her eyes and expression continue to hold me firm. It's as if Sakura herself is clinging on to me.
いい加減にしてくれ。
Right when my entire being was about to be swallowed up by Sakura, Tiga shouts out. Tiga is breathing heavily as he glares at
黙
Sakura.
って聞いてれば好き放題にメルを語って。
You know, standing up against Sakura, good on you, but at the same time, probably not the smartest move.
見当違いもいいとこだ。メルをお前と一緒にするんじゃない。
Well, no duh, she's not like her, but still.
あらあら、怒られちゃいました。
You don't say.
茶化すなよ悪女め。メルは自分の魔眼に振り回されてきたんだ。それはあろうことか王冠だって。
Again, she a crazy bitch.
メルがそんなものいつ望んだ。全部お前たちの勝手じゃないか。
Well, saying it was all her idea... Well, yeah, the whole royal selection thing, maybe. But she had nothing to do with Mel gaining her evil eye. That was just something she had from birth, so, you know.
資格も 望むと望まざるとにこだわらず、降って湧くみたいに与えられるもの。先日滅んだ王族の皆様だって、王族に生まれたのはたまたまの偶然でしょう。なら魔眼だって同じこと。
I mean, she's not entirely wrong, but not entirely right either.
力あるものにそうする資格が舞い降りてくるだけ。宝を腐らせる方が失礼じゃありませんか。
お前は
Again, just kill her. Make it as painful as you can. Because we can save everyone else.
分かってるから。私が
And
みんな悪いの。
Melty out of all people really doesn't need to apologize for anything.
お願いだから。もう喧嘩しないで。
やれやれ。この後に及んでまだ見当違い。ほんと、お花畑の住人なんですから。
So what now?
早くそこから出てこないと。今に後悔する。
Maybe she'll wise up once you're dead. Don't know how to respond to Sakura. I simply look down and think back on the earlier conversation.
騒がしくしたな。業者のさっきの衛兵に聞かれていたかも。
If it is Subaru, then it wouldn't matter if he heard you.
だったら、またメルティちゃんの魔眼で黙らせたらいいんですよ。
言い方を考えろよ。
たぶらかすって言わなかった分私って優しくありませんでした。
Wow. Oh, really? You're saying you're putting it kindly, huh? Tia clicks his tongue and slowly stands up, then looks out the window. Then,
ティガ。
Tiga's reaction catches my attention, and I look up too. Tiga squints and stares at something out the window.
城に向かってたはずだよな。
Yup. Oh, this is all a ruse. Let's go.
それなのに。
外の風景がおかしい。
Tiga turns around to head to the coachman's seat. My eyes widen, then I stare out the window Tiga was just looking out of. That's not the path to the castle outside. It's the opposite. It's the dilapidated scenery of the slums.
おいあんた、一体これは何のつもり？
You fell for it, fool!
何？
The guard on the coachman's seat yells. I don't know why, and Sakura looks like she doesn't either. But Tiga jumps toward me, and his strong arms wrap around me, then he hugs me tight. Ooh, it's happening! And the next moment, romance is happening. I feel swallowed by a violent shock. I scream as everything goes upside down. He jumped out with you? I scream and scream. The only thing I feel is Tiga's arms firmly around me. I want to say. Don't know what I was reading there. That's the last thing I remember before I lose consciousness. Back to Subaru now. So it was him. Oh my god, how did I call that, by the way? From the moment I first heard his voice, I was like, is that Subaru? No, it can't be. It just sounds similar. Nope. Totally him. Can't hear anything. So we'll switch perspective again. Okay, we're back at Subaru. Let's go. Nah, he ain't dead. After saying that, Tia comes out from the overturned dragon carriage looking injured. In Tiga's arms is Melty. She's unconscious, but she doesn't look injured. Yeah, we did, but we're gonna save her, and you. Whoa, you ditched the armor quickly. I can instant transmission my clothes. Boom.
よく意味はわからないが、無茶なことを言われてるのはわかるぞ。それより、
We figured out a way to save her, don't worry.
なんでこんな真似をした？これは俺たちへの宣戦布告か？
Tiga repositions Mel in his arms and glares aggressively. Considering I lied about the summons and flipped their dragon carriage, that reaction makes perfect sense.
全然違う。逆。むしろお前たちを助けに来た。は？だから。
Yes.
助けに来たんだよ。お前が置かれたやばい状況をなんとかしようって思って、いろいろ頭ひねったんだぜ、俺。
And now we're finally doing it.
で、なんとか目算が立ったから、いよいよ行動に移したってわけだ。
Also, the fact that she's unconscious might actually help. Having her be unconscious during the surgery would be very beneficial.
おい、本気で言ってるのか？
Very serious.
俺はマジな顔で大嘘もつける男だが、さすがにここは空気を読むぜ。
Because there's no need to.
俺はお前を。
Plus, you are besties, so.
お前とメルティちゃんと、できればサルムも助けるためにな。
Well, Salem is secondary, though. He's not our main objective here.
安心しろよ、マイフレンド。俺はハッピーエンドを諦め
That is true, that is true. Well, actually, no, never mind. He does give up sometimes, but he always gets back on his feet, so. I give a thumbs up and flash a smile. Tiga makes an exasperated grunt. Tiga then shakes his head and looks down at Melty, still in his arms. But? Well, then let's work together and do our thing. Oh, you won't regret it, buddy. You won't. If something goes horribly wrong, Subaru would be the kind of person to just kill himself. Like, if you end up dead in the process, Subaru's gonna kill himself as well. Don't worry about that. Hearing Tiga's answer makes me smile, knowing that I got past the first obstacle. And then in front of us... That we do. Let's go. So Emilia is already taking action.
よし、止まった。これで大丈夫。出ていいわよ。はいはいはい。お待たせ。セリちゃんたちの超特急到着。
Yes, the surgery squad is here. The surgery squad is here. Yes.
やっほー、T がキュン。もしかしてお困りじゃにゃい？事情は分かってるから私たちに任せて。
They're here to help, buddy. Oh, they know everything. Yeah, Tiga, you need to learn to trust others. Working as a group helps. Don't worry, it worked out fine. Yep. Hey, don't worry about it. You'll thank us after we're done. Wow. Come on. Don't stick to the honorifics right now. Don't worry about the honorifics, just follow through. Emilia and Ferris take Melty from Tiga's arms and carry her to the dragon carriage. Yes, the village. The besties are teaming up, let's go. Pat Tiga on the shoulder and he finally smiles. But right when I smile back... Here comes the big fight, I guess.
ダメじゃないですか、そんなの。好き勝手にはやらせませんよ。
Well, let's face it, you knew you would interfere. You wanted to get rid of us for a reason, after all.
さくら。
スバルちゃん、あなたは本当に何なんですか？
We just hate you.
次から次へと私の準備はことごとく
Of course we mess up your preparations. If you're preparing stuff to mess with us, naturally we're gonna mess that stuff up. And now this is just retaliation.
持っている側とは根本的に違う。
Oh, yeah, He definitely wasn't bored with anything special about him. But he's making progress and earning his place in the world, which very much goes against what you were saying earlier in the carriage. Haha, take that.
それなのにどうしてこんなことができるんです？
And part of that is because he's not alone.
持ってるとか持ってないって話をされると悲しいぐらい言い返せねえんだが、持たざる側なりに踏ん張って必死こいて頑張ってる結果だよ。
つまり
And of gaining help.
持ってない俺にやられっぱなしってことはお前も持ってないやつってことだ。ざまあ
Twice the loser that Subaru is.
宣言撤回します。スバルちゃんの減らず口の才能だけは
So how do we handle her?
誰にも真似でき
Can't
ません
forget all the
よ。
insects. They're gonna show up in a second, I'm guessing. Seems like what I said was a clean hit. Sakura suddenly looks much angrier. A sharp glare almost makes me want to inch backwards.
そこまでだ。
Tiga draws his sword and stands in front of me.
本気ですか、ティーガちゃん。本気で
Yes.
私に逆らうつもりなの？
Oh, he wanted to do this from day one, I feel like.
なのに
He's been wanting to do this for a long time. And now he has the insurance he needs to make sure that Melty doesn't have to suffer for it.
一方的に俺とメルトの中に割り込んできていただけじゃないか。あいにく仲間意識なんてかけらんないよ。むしろようやくお前と縁を切れる。この時を待ってたって気分だ。
Yes, yes.
ティガ
You go, buddy.
この場は俺に任せて先に行け。
You sure? I'm not sure this is gonna work out. I'm not sure this is gonna work out.
そのセリフ。ああ、我ながら超かっこよかったな。
Wow.
このままかっこつけさせてくれ。
Alright, you'll have your moment, but if it gets dangerous, run.
メルを救ってくれる。そのスバルの話を信じさせてもらう。
Yeah, but if it gets dangerous, you get out of there.
この場は言ってくれ。
Or yell for help, or anything, okay? We can't have you die on us like this.
サクラは俺が抑える。
Okay, but don't do anything dangerous,
やれ
please.
るんだな。ここでやれなきゃ男が廃る。そりゃそうだ。
Yeah, you better not die. Okay, let's get to work then. Tiga and I bumped fists after that bold declaration. I jump on the dragon couch where Amelia waited. Then,
スバル、ティーガは？
置いてく。男の見せ場だ。
よくわかんないってば。
hey, he wanted to have his moment, and as his bestie, we have to let him have his moment. The dragon couch starts running while kicking up smoke. We left Tiga and Sakura behind as we make our escape. Oh, and now we're switching point of view again to Tiga. Alright. Okay. And he has a green text box. Interesting. Matching his hair color, I see. Okay then. I watch the dragon carriage get farther away before turning towards my enemy.
ちゃいましたね。それでよかったんですか？
A lot of viewpoint changes here.
ティーガちゃん一人で戦う。
Oh my god, are we gonna have a battle from
友達と一緒に戦った方がよかったんじゃ。
Is this gonna be a combat situation and we're gonna be controlling Tiga? Subaru is not gonna be in the combat situation. That's gonna be weird. If that is the case.
お前の魂胆は分かってるよ、サクラ。皮肉だけど、お前の言った通り、お互いに長い付き合いなんだ。ここで時間を稼がれたら、 危ないことになるのはこっちの方だ。だってそうだろ?
Because you're waiting for your box to arrive? So that's how they explain the limited turns this time, huh? Once Sakura's reinforcements get here, we're gonna be in trouble.
お前にはとっておきの鬼札がある。そいつがここに駆けつけたら負けだ。
Well, if you know all this stuff, Tiga, then why are you still talking?
だったらお前と鬼札とは分散させる。その方がこっちの勝算が高いから。
And how are you gonna do that? By killing her first?
可愛くない育ち方して。
Sakura snaps her fingers. That's her usual signal. The bugs then start to gather. Oh, they're quick. The evil mana wasps are controlled by Sakura's powers. That is her strength as an insect master.
前々から思ってたんだけど、お前の性格で虫使いってぴったりだな。
Yeah, you have a gross
教え
personality.
てくれないかい？そんな性格だから虫使いなのか。虫使いだからそんな性
Yeah,
格
did you get a nasty personality first, or did you start using nasty little insects first? What was it? Huh?
口の減らない子ですね。さすがはスバルちゃんのお友達。
Yep.
そういう子ばっかり集まってくる。
I mean, they are pretty similar, so...
そういう。
私をムカつかせるって意味ですよ。
Sakura snaps her fingers again to signal the bugs to fly up and attack. There are countless numbers of them. This formidable attack seems to blot out the sky. Most people would quiver at the sight, but you're used to it at this point, right? Once they swarm you, they will use their fangs. They tear your flesh away until you're nothing but a corpse. Even if Sakura doesn't kill Mel, she has no reason to keep me alive until the end, so that's why she will not go easy. If I give in to fear, I'll die. Knowing this, I swing my sword with inner peace. I swing a second and third time to slice at the mana wasps. I contain my emotions as it would affect my sword. I maintain my cool and engage the enemies. If I lose my grip on my emotions, it will prove fatal for me. If my body submits to fear, death will come. Yikes. I'm begging, what do I see? You're dead, Tiga. He's not dead yet. Also, we're playing from his point of view. Subaru left him behind. We basically just went, okay, surprise, we're saving you guys now. Then we took Melty and ran because Tiga was like, yeah, no, I'll handle Sakura on my own. And now Tiga actually has to handle Sakura entirely on his own. And I am very worried. Let's just put it like that. But we should believe in him. Subaru is believing in him, that's why he left. We can handle this, I hope. I sincerely hope so. I suppress all those things with my inner peace as I survive Sakura's first wave of attack, her first weak wave of attacks. Well, hey, he's actually holding his own. Nice.
ここまでとは思ってなかったか？安心してくれ、桜。お前が知らない力を隠してたわけじゃない。
Also, I like the fact that every time we switch to a different person's point of view, the text box color changes. Like Subaru has the text box we've seen for basically all of the game, which is nice. But we switched to Melty's point of view earlier this stream, and the text box lining was purple. And now that we're playing as Tiga, the text box lining is green. I think it's just a nice little addition. So you know that you are playing as a different person right now. Honestly, this is supposedly the final day, and now they're introducing the aspect of changing points of view. That's something that didn't happen in this game up until now, but now they're doing it multiple times in this final day. Possibly final day.
心配しなくても俺は凡人だよ。牽制や催眠、青みたいな
No special powers, my ass. You're completely immune to any mental attacks. Completely immune to any debuffs and buffs.
ただメルを救うためには 必ずお前を倒さなくちゃな。
Oh.
だからお前を倒す方法
So the
ばか
only
り磨い
reason
てきた。
you died before is because you didn't resist because you knew it would put Melty in danger. But now that Melty is safe, you can go all out.
素敵ですね。そんな熱烈な告白初めてされました。
Well, let's end her life here and now. Play from Betelgeuse's point of view. Sees everything person would see plus shadow, which is its PTSD hallucination subtler everywhere. The text would be broken. Yes. You know what I said before? You weren't there for that, I think. I was talking about how Sakura needs a painful, excruciatingly long death. As painful as possible, as long as possible. And I was like, initially I was like, we need Reinhardt to take her down as quickly as possible, but after I realized that I want her to die in a long and painful way, I realized that sending Reinhardt would not work out. Because Reinhardt, well, he's a nice guy and he would probably be merciful enough to give her swift death. Because that's just how he is. So, what we would need is, best case scenario would be if we could somehow get Sakura and Betelgeuse to fight each other. Betelgeuse would definitely win because, let's face it, he's far more powerful. She's a Mabi's user. I mean, yeah, she has a giant swarm of insects working for her, but Betelgeuse with his unseen hands definitely more powerful. And Betelgeuse is definitely the kind of person who would potentially make her suffer. So, potentially. So I would think it would be, I think it would be nice if those two could fight each other, but I guess that ain't happening. He just like to it. Well, then again, all the stuff we've seen, he was basically... Yeah, he does torture himself. Sadist, masochist, nice. Yeah, but when he was like twisting... When he was making Ram play Twister and talking to Subaru about tearing Emilia apart, they were already dead. So he's definitely not above defiling corpses, but, you know. Actually, no, Ram wasn't dead. Right, she was still alive when he made her play Twister, because later on she crawled towards Subaru to save him. Never mind, scratch that. He thought she was dead, but she was still alive when he made her play Twister. He knows mental torture too, that he does, yes. So seriously, Subaru with him? I mean, he was definitely calling him a potentially the final Sin Archbishop they were missing, so, you know. He failed to save Fortuna like Subaru failed to save Rem, yeah. Oh my god. His whole thing about, you know, Subaru being the one to kill Rem, using his powers. Is that basically him associating it with him, how he killed Emilia because... not Emilia, how he killed Fortuna because Pandora was using her powers on him. Like, I realized the parallel in that, in the regard of everything before, but Subaru being the one to kill Rem by someone else's power, due to someone else's power, basically, is what he was saying that was happening. Even though, yes, it was Betelgeuse who did it, but he called it out like that because Betelgeuse killed Fortuna because of Pandora's power. Yes, I only now realize that that is why Betelgeuse talked to Subaru like, you killed her using my power. I can't believe I never made that connection. I feel like an idiot, but now I know. And here I was thinking I was smart while playing this game. Juice did nothing to prevent Pandora's coming. He was slothful. I mean, yeah. But he didn't know he didn't know she would be coming, you know? So we had nothing to protect the mansion. Sloth made everyone die, yeah. He is truly slothful. But in regards to the whole thing, he didn't know they would be coming. He actually called out that regulars shouldn't be there because they have no business being here. But yeah, that didn't. So yeah, just didn't know either. And he knew people heard. Yeah. It's still kind of sad that You know, knowing how the relationship was before and knowing how it is now, does he not recognize Emilia anymore? Or has he completely forgotten about everything that happened back then? Or is he just so insane that he doesn't care about the Emilia he used to know? Like, does he just... We talked about this before, but does he just think that that person he liked back then was already Satala, right? Satala... We talked about this before, Satala in his mind being like a fusion of Pandora and Emilia, probably. But, yeah. But yikes. It's honestly sad. It really is. And in the canon timeline, right, Emilia never actually met the present Betelgeuse ever. She never actually met him in the actual continuous timeline. So I think that's probably for the best, because imagine her reconnecting with the person she used to know, just to see them being this insane. She did meet him in one of the previous loops, but only in a different body. So she might not even have recognized him. So yeah. She does know of his unseen hand ability. Okay. Still. Whew. Saw that Subaru used the unseen hand? Right, he used it against, right, when he used it against Garfield, she was there. But she can't see the unseen hand, of course. She just... I think at least she can't see it. She just noticed that he was using some kind of ability. Well, for now, let's focus on Tiga and making him survive. Silent, but it still includes vomiting after. I mean, yeah, he's just not that compatible with the witch factor. I mean, being incompatible with the witch factor is kind of also a part of what made Betelgeuse become even more insane, right? If I'm not mistaken. The fact that he just isn't properly compatible. Which, big yikes. I concentrate my emotions into my sword and pointed at Sakura. Then... What happened? No, what happened? I don't like this. Salem, is that supposed to be Salem doesn't equal wolf? Whew, boy. We're still going. Imagine that if that was the only way for Subaru to do things, maybe he would push himself a bit too much. Yeah. Yikes. You like the audio? Doesn't this sound pleasant? The dragon carriage powers through the slums while we were thrown into a panic from the rough ride. We had stopped at the slums, so the land dragons... sorry. So the ground dragon's divine protection of wind repel was removed. Don't you talk about your butt right now. No one wants to know. Okay. At least the sound's calming down. Emilia grabs onto the reins on the coachman's seat. Just like she said, the shaking gradually lessened. Although it's not completely gone. Oh, no, we're not doing surgery while it's still shaking. My smile is still creepy? I see. If you say so. Yeah, you do your diagnosis. Come on, do it. Ferris yells at me, then starts checking Melty's esophagus as she lies there on the seat. The conclusion of last night's discussion was based on nothing but conjecture. Even if it can go well in theory, it's entirely possible that it won't turn out as expected. Come on, this needs to work. This needs to work. Because if it doesn't work, then the only way for Melty to survive is to go back to Sakura. And if Tiga actually succeeded in killing Sakura, then... yeah. Then the only way for her to survive is the surgery. So let's go. Cut open her throat. Let's go. Once of course we stop. We won't operate again. We won't operate on her while we're on a moving car. Is Rem doing surgery? She's supposed to be helping, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no. Is she supposed to be helping? I can't quite remember. No, not Rem. Right. Ram. Ram is helping, not Rem. Rem is... I don't know what Rem is doing, actually. Don't quite remember what Rem is up to. And what surgery? Alright, we're cutting open Melty's throat. You know, the fake candidate, the potential princess. Yeah, we be cutting open her throat to save her life, basically. Because healing magic won't help in this case. Because her esophagus is... well, basically her body was altered. Her body was altered, so her esophagus is completely closed. Meaning she can't eat. The only way for her to survive is by getting injected, is by getting constant painful injections of mana from the mana wasps. And that is pure suffering, and that's the only way for her to survive right now. Meaning that the only way for her to survive is by relying on Sakura. Meaning we have to reopen her esophagus so that she can, you know, eat food like a normal person again. And healing magic doesn't work because her esophagus has been closed for such a long time that to her body, it's natural. And since it's natural, healing magic can't undo it, because healing magic restores the body to its natural state. So we have to do it as a surgery. Which in this world, where everyone's relying on healing magic, is something that doesn't really happen. So there are no professionally trained surgeons, so to speak. But we have to do it somehow. Emilia points at the black ground dragon pulling the dragon carriage. So yeah, we're relying on Ferris, Ram, and I think Julius is also helping. Those three people are our surgery team right now. So it's gonna be a risky procedure though. At least she's unconscious right now. At least she's unconscious right now. By the way, the ground dragon currently pulling the carriage, that's not Patrash by any chance, is it? Nah, there's no way. Cruz asked me to pick a ground dragon before this mission started. Among them was this black ground dragon. Had an elegant looking face. I didn't think that would match me well, but the ground dragon seems to take a liking to me. Oh my god, it is Patrash! It is Patrash, let's go! Surgeon simulator time, yes. In a world where surgery is not a thing that exists, we're gonna be performing surgery. This can only go well, can't it? No, we're gonna keep her. You're gonna have to wait a bit on that, though. Yeah, Subaru is used to doing a lot of work, though. He's used to doing a lot of work, so he probably could take care of one. Emilia's silly response floors me. Anyway, now that our conversation got cut short, I turn my attention behind me. I don't mean inside the carriage, I'm wondering about Tiga, who we left behind.
ティが心配よね。
Of course we're worried about our bestie right now. We abandoned him. I mean, I know he wanted to stay behind, but
そ
still.
うなんだけど、そうやって心配するのも
He wanted to stay behind and face Sakura, because he said otherwise he wouldn't be able to call himself a man, but still. I do hope he's safe. I do hope so, otherwise this entire loop is pointless and we're gonna have to reset again.
男の子って面倒くさいんだから。
そうなんだよ。面倒くさいの。だからこればっかりはどうしても。
Please be okay, please be okay. Unfortunately for Emilia, this has to do with a man's pride and trust, so I hope she'll just accept it with an open heart. In any case, the die has already been cast. All we can do is work hard in the hopes that each of us roll a good number. Pain is life, life is pain. Yeah, it do be an equation like that. Speaking of equations, reminds me of the title of the chapter we're currently on. Because the chapter title is Wolf is unequal to Salem. So again, multiple personality disorder, or what is it?
差し当たり。
What's the deal with Salem and Wolf? Is it just a split personality? I'm not sure.
エミリアさん、次のポイントは？
約束した場所まではすぐだと思う。それから後の人たちだけど。
あの辺がうまく動いてくれないとまた別のとこがやばくなるかもだからな。
I sure hope everyone knows what they're doing. Well, everyone except Subaru is obviously far more skilled,
と
so
はいえ、性格的にはあれなの揃いだ。あっちはあんまり心配してねえよ。
みんな大丈夫かしら。
I sure hope so. Again, we can do
する
this.
しか。
Right when I was about to say that. And there's Wolf. A bright red light shines and Emilia pulls me toward her while casting an ice spell above. In the next instant, a white light explodes, causing a shockwave that shakes the dragon carriage.
スバル、無事？
俺はなんとか。エミリアさんは？
This is gonna be a problem.
ヘのカッパよ。
兵のカッパって興味聞かねえな。って言ってる場合じゃねえ。今の攻撃は。
That was definitely Wolf. And he's using his ace in the hole right off the bat this time, huh?
生き残ったか。運のいいやつらめ。勇者ごと転ばしてやる気だったんだから。
What, you're trying to kill Melty now? You're trying to kill your sister? Is that it?
まったくやってくれるもんだ。おかげでサクラのやつが淡くってたぞ。最高に気分がいいな。
言ってる場合じゃないのよさ。それにあれにはメルティが乗ってる。転ばせたらまずいだわさ。
おっと、そうだったそうだった。
Wow.
お前ら
What a nice thanks. Yeah, as thanks, I'll give you hot flames. That sounds nice.
熱い炎を
Such a nice
お送りします
present. I'll gladly receive it.
出やがったが。
あれがスバルの言ってた悪い精霊術師。
Yup, that be him.
説得が通じればベストなんだが。おい、聞けウォルフ。いや、サルム。俺たちはメルティちゃんを助ける。お前の目的が俺たちと一緒な。
Again, I don't know what the deal is with Wolf and Salem. Is it a split personality or what exactly is going on? I want to know.
事情は知ってる。ティーガに聞いたんだ。
This is the masked dude, yes.
見つけた。だからあとは。
This dude has been a problem for a while now. Cute? Well, that's one way to call him, I guess. He do be eccentric though, and he has a thing for burning people. After all, he has a spirit. But we have a spirit on our side as well, and Puck is a far stronger spirit than Puka. Let's face it.
勘違いしてるね、お兄ち
何俺が勘違い
Again, it's probably a split personality, right?
してる勘違い。それも致命的なやつだ。これはまずい。
Well, please explain.
俺が一体何を勘違いしてるってんだ。お前はメルティちゃんの兄貴で。
そうとも。俺はメルティの兄貴。
It is a split personality.
もうなしで無力の塊。
Burning people is fun, except it isn't. Yes. It isn't. Though I guess I wouldn't mind if Sakura were to burn alive, because she deserves it. Again, her death needs to be as slow and painful as possible, if I have anything to say about it.
断れ
俺は卑劣術師ウォルフ。その名前に嘘も語りもありゃしない。
So it is a split personality. Or is it some kind of possession thing? Could also be some kind of possession thing. That is also a thing, I guess. We know possession is a thing in ReZero. We've seen Betelgeuse use it, so it's not entirely out of the question that there's other forms of it as well. Do you mind speaking up a bit? Thank you. Oh, I will definitely stand in your way. Earlier, oh crap, we're going back. If horrible people would all burn right now, the world would have no more leaders. Wow. Yeah, that would cause a bit of chaos, I guess. Also, we'd have a lot of fires to put out. The door opens with a heavy sound. I look around, but don't see anyone. Excuse me? When we have perspective changes, usually the text box changes? How are we still using the same text box now? It's not that anyone was hiding and holding their breath. There was really no one here. Seems like they're out. Yeah, your patience can wear as thin as you want it to. We have bigger issues right now. So. How are we gonna get out of this conundrum? How are we gonna deal with the Salem and Wolf situation now? Puka wags her puffy tail and turns her back on Salem. Wait. Excuse me, but is this text box right now just us as the player observing? Or is it Salem's inner thoughts? Because on the previous text box like this, it was speaking in the first person and about Salem. And now it's speaking about Salem in third person. I am so confused right now. Game, can you at least be consistent? Please, just be consistent at least. Seeing how the spirit was in bad spirits, wow, haha. Salem isn't sure what to do. Things haven't changed in years. Puka was like this during their first encounter. How many years ago was that? Yep, still not as great as Puck. Great spirit you may be, you have nothing on a beast like Puck. You just don't look very powerful, but Puck doesn't look powerful either, but you know. He doesn't like talking.
だったら悪いけど、あたいはあんたとはやってけない。他を探してもらうだわ。
Oh, you will kind of get along. Sadly.
選択権が
それはないけども、それでも意地があるだわさ。たとえ消えたとしても自分の気に入らないことはしない。
Sure.
あんたはどう？そんな覚悟がちゃんとある？
A conviction he has. I guess. At least in his other form.
とどまり。わかったわかった。もういい。そのままあんたは。
サルムだ。サルム。俺の名前だ。
Want you to be my partner.
お前と
I want you to be my partner. Puka, I choose you. Let's go. He got his partner.
俺にもなすべきことがある。そのためにお前の力を。
あたいの力を？
Puka is the Archbishop of Pride confirmed. Yes.
お前の力を。
Of course.
あたいの力を。なんでそうなるのよ。
Because he doesn't like talking.
すまない。
ああ、わかった。あんたの気持ちとあたいを軽んじてないこととどうしようもない
How
ことだ
did
ね。
your split personality thing develop though? And how is that what is it all about? Please tell me. Did you just have it from the moment of birth or
仕方ないから契約してあげるだわさ。だけどちゃんと覚えておきなさい。いつか今の言葉の続きぐらいちゃんと言えるようになっておくように。それ
I
は
guess you can try
あたい
that.
とあんたの一番最初に交わす契約の条件だわさ。
Just thinking back on happy times, I guess.
あ
But
たいにも
but this
教えて
ReZero, it's not about the happy times. Come on. Do stuff.
プーカだ。
あたいを嘲笑ってやがっただわさ。
Solemn wasn't laughing at her, but it seems he still has trouble conveying his intentions. Puka erupts in anger again, and Solemn is forced to get her back on her good
こ
side.
れを
あんた、とりあえずお菓子渡したら誰でも機嫌が治ると思ってん
Yes.
じゃないでしょうね。
Candy always works,
あたい
doesn't
の怒り
it?
がこれで静まるか。
Candy works, right?
ったく、あんたって男は。
You're eating it anyway, so clearly you like it.
ごちそうさまでした。はあ、やれやれ。これで許すのは。
What was that? About, yeah, you think you can convince me with candy? Puka, you best hope there aren't any people kidnapping spirits around the area. At least white vans aren't a thing that exists in this time. If you ever see a white unmarked dragon carriage anywhere with someone offering you candy, don't go near it, Puka, please.
わかった。
はいはい。それで結局あの子たちは。さくらの虫だわさ。これが来たってことは。
Seeing one of the flying insects, Salim reaches out without hesitation. Then the bug sinks its stinger into his outstretched arm. Ow! Why would you do that?
問題ない。
わかってるだわさ。ただ見た目がえぐいのよ。
Yikes. I remember a scene in ReZero Season 1. I remember many scenes from ReZero Season 1. Which one specifically are you talking about?
それであの女はなんて。
Lured the white well by jumping off it and... Yeah, I remember that as well. Again, as he said, he's famous for being so annoying that no one can ignore him, yes? Fell in Rem's boots. Yes, and Rem said, thanks for the treat, I remember. Rem appreciated that a lot more than he did, apparently.
待て。
Salim interrupts Puka and closes his eyes. In the next moment, the message was sent through the mana wasp stinger in his arm. This is one of her abilities as an insect master. She can transmit messages through the insect that she controls. Sakura often uses this method to send orders to Salim at the royal capital. And this time too.
候補者たちが動いた。
But that's such a painful way to do it, isn't it?
まさかバ
Oh yes, we've been new for a long time.
そうらしい。メルティが連れ去られたと。
ティーガとサクラは何を。いや、
Well, Tiga is fighting Sakura, that's what they're doing.
よかった。
Tiga is helping us kidnap Melty.
じゃあ、あたいたちは。
ヒミンガイだ。メルティを奪還する。
You won't do that. We'll defend her. Salam and Puka soon arrive at the familiar roads and alleyways of the slums. According to the message that Sakura sent, the dragon carriage that Melty and the others are riding should pass through
処
here.
理よく先回りはできた。あとは連中を止めるだけ。だけど、サルム、あんたはできる？バカね。顔見りゃわかるだわさ。もう何年こうして
He's gonna switch to wolf and this is gonna be a problem. Does this dude wear underwear? You mean the thing on his head? I think that's just a bandana. As for down there, I honestly have no clue. Like, honestly, that doesn't look like he's wearing much downstairs. But that's probably because his pants are the same color as his skin. I'm thinking that's what it is. I think his pants are just the same color as his skin. That's the assumption I'm going to make, and I'll stick with it. But on his head, yeah, just bandana. You can see that at the top there's no connection. Like, if it was underwear, then it would connect to the back of his head on the top. But you can clearly see that there's nothing there. So, yeah. Has to be just a bandana. And again, I sincerely hope that the only reason it looks like that down there is because his pants are the same color as his skin. Which, weird fashion choice, but okay.
メルティたちを連れてったのはスバルたちってことだわさ。
Salam couldn't keep secrets from his partner. Despite his taciturn personality, he isn't very good at keeping secrets. Or perhaps this great spirit to be is just that good at reading his thoughts.
あいつらは
気のいい連中だわさ。それは間違いない。けど、それとあたいたちの目的と何にも関係はない。それもわかるだわさ。
So you're gonna kill us. Salam is reminded of the faces of those he met who were unrelated to his work. They were good people, kind-hearted young men and his friends. Had they not interacted with Salam, they would have remained in peace. Maybe they kidnapped Melty to expose who she really is, or perhaps...
状況は動いた。多分、取り返しがつかないのよさ。ボートの暮らしは悪くなかった。ゴテゴテして騒がしいし、雑魚精霊が喧嘩売ってきて邪魔だった。でも、そんな生活ともお別れだわさ。足がつかないように。
You have to make sure you're gone without a trace? What do you mean? You're gonna let Wolf take over for real? For good?
ねえ、あんたはやれるの？
Come on. Puka asks quietly, Salam responds with his usual silence. Salam is unable to express his answer with words and time passes on.
おいおい、お得意のだんまりか。ずいぶんと相方に不誠実じゃねえか。
Internal... Well, not monologue in this case if it's two of them talking. Internal dialogue then.
分かってんだろ。お前には荷が重い。いつもみたいにスパッと変われよ。潔く尻尾巻いて下がってろ。
Those calls of ridicule didn't come from the outside, they came from an inner voice deep in his heart. It's the voice of a cruel man that knows everything, his other self.
ああ、そうとも。俺だよ、俺。お前の俺だよ。あ？俺の？まあ、どっち？
Again, why do you even have a split personality? Were you born with it or was there some kind of traumatic event? The inner voice had started hearing some time ago in his alternate personality Wolf. After being chased out of their homeland, Salam decided to get his hands dirty so that he could be with his sister. Along the way he met Puka. He spent his days working these unscrupulous jobs, not really understanding why. But after years had passed, this other man appeared in Salam. This overly familiar voice would insult Salem's work, whispering that he could do better. So, your life protecting your sister and doing dirty work is what caused your other personality to come into existence. Okay. But that is a fact. When Salem lent his body to this voice, his full potential would be realized, and all the work would be completed perfectly. Soon that voice called himself Wolf. He announced that he is Salem's other half, and proved to everyone that he was useful. Salem himself acknowledged that. In fact, Wolf is many times stronger than Salem. His ruthlessness, there we go, towards targets and his ability to be cold-hearted for the sake of winning set the two apart. Wolf would complete every task effortlessly. Salem would still hesitate at the crucial moment. By the time they realized that Wolf had been tasked to do most of the work, all Salem does is act like some kind of hermit. Seeing his sister grow up healthy is one of Salem's few moments of happiness. That's why please tell me he can actually convince Wolf to switch back and it doesn't have to rely on Wolf being the one to be like, yeah, okay, switching back. Because if the switch has to be initiated by the one in control, then we can't just talk to Salem through Wolf to bring him back. Then we actually have to convince Wolf himself to bring Salem back out. And that would be nigh impossible, I feel like. Again, Wolf, can you speak up a bit? He's so quiet. Wolf, seriously, you're so much more quiet than everyone else. I know you can speak loudly, you do it from time to time, but sometimes you just go quiet for no reason. And I don't like that. He's gonna switch, isn't he? I mean, we know he's gonna switch, that's why Wolf attacked, so... Urged to make a decision, Salem opens his eyes. The contracted spirit looks at him with worry and Salem nods. He wasn't afraid of staining his hands with blood, he was just afraid of containing his other, stronger self and getting Puka hurt. That's why... He's doing it. He takes out a mask and wears it, completing the ritual that switches Salem and Wolf. In the next instant, the one who controls the body switches. Salem's consciousness falls into darkness and the one who surfaces in his place is Wolf! The mysterious masked magician. Oh, sorry, the malevolent masked magician. Right. At least you have time to switch clothes before the carriage arrives, huh? Well, then again, we've seen that people can basically instant transmission between their clothes, so, you know. Yeah, he probably knows. He was listening in. So, let's get to work then. You attack us, we take you on, we win, Melty gets rescued, and we'll see where it goes from there. Not something you should be proud of, buddy. It doesn't excite me for one, but okay then.
自分を傷つけて。
しけた面するなよつうか。俺は前進してやるさ。引っ込んでる腰抜けと一緒にするな。
Hurting yourself, huh? I mean, yeah, I guess Wolf is the kind of person who doesn't mind getting hurt. I mean, he got stabbed through the chest and survived, and was still fighting for a bit. Wolf glares and growls out those words, a completely different demeanor from his usual jesting laughs. He sees the dragon carriage plowing through the road of the slums at an amazing speed.
さあ、時間だ。お仕事の開始と行こうぜ、相棒。
分かってるだがさ。あたいはあんたの相棒。そう望まれて。だからそう貫く。
アウトもよ。
And you will fail.
景気よく行くぜ。
Wolf becomes engulfed in flames with Puka's help, and he jumps high into the air. He then points his arm at the dragon carriage. He begins his attack, and now we're back to the present. Time returns to the present.
この攻撃ダメ。スバル、手綱をお願い。私が攻撃を撃ち落とすから。
Thanks, Emilia. Wolf howls and emits flames that continue to chase after the dragon carriage. Even if I crouch down and brace myself, if we get hit with that even once, we're done for. We'll be burned to a crisp. To prevent that, I grip the reins Emilia handed over to me and keep running the dragon carriage. Emilia stands up boldly and... with good reason. That's half-elf, please, come on. Why are you like this, Wolf? Salam ain't this racist. Even though I was getting scolded by Emilia, I deftly controlled the dragon carriage to evade the flames. Wait, am I? Of course Batrash is amazing. I can sense how great this animal is just from how the reins feel. I know for sure that Batrash is a thoroughbred. I think I picked the best one at Karsten Manor. You're just shouting that out now. You're not even doing anything, huh?
それに何の意味があるのか知らねえけど、やりたきゃ勝手にやれば。
Oh.
それで片手が塞がってくれたら、私の攻撃が当たりやすくなるかな。
The flashing magic battle between Emilia and Wolf unfolds around the dragon carriage. Emilia keeps the surroundings in mind, but Wolf doesn't show the same consideration. We have to be careful so that the slums don't get burned down. Well, let's get to work. Come on, speed things up. Emilia fights valiantly, despite having more to deal with than Wolf. Her bluish-purple eyes turn to the bottom of the dragon carriage. As if waiting for that glance, the window that connects the coachman's seat and the dragon carriage opens up. Yep. Oh, there's many urban legends about a scary clown. Well, give us your report. Please tell me you figured out that everything's gonna work. As a result, it's gonna work. Okay. At least according to the capital's #1 healer, it might work. That was truly great news from Ferris. I raise my fist into the air. All that's left is...
エミリアタン。
どうしたらいい？
おっとっと、めちゃくちゃ素直だね。俺の指示で大丈夫？
Just give her orders, Subaru, just do
今
it.
さら何言ってるの？ここまで頑張ってきたじゃない。もう最後までスバルを信じる。
I'm taken aback by Emilia's trust in me. My heart feels hot, my cheeks feel hot, my ears feel hot. Anyway, I'm getting pumped up. Of course, he has the hots for her. We know that. We know that all too well.
エミリアタン、俺の指示通り氷の魔法をお願い。フィリス、お前はオペの心の準備。
任せて。オペってニャンなのって答えてくれる余裕はなさそう。
Oh, come on.
ああ、ない。ミッションスタートだ。
Oh, the mission's been going on for a while.
また回り込まれたのよさ。スバルのやつ妙に勘がいい。
いや、多分そうじゃない。あれは自由だから技術じゃない。
Again, speak up a bit, you goddamn idiot. I cannot hear anything you have to say.
このまで最高のチリンを引いてくる。あいつが持ってるのはそういう女だ。
Also, Subaru's luck is very... It fluctuates a lot, let's just say it like that. Sometimes he gets really lucky and sometimes, and a lot of times it all goes horribly wrong.
あんたまさか弱気になってんの？だったら引っ込んで。
Yeah, do get out of here, please. Salem would be far more reasonable to talk to.
あんたもさるのまとめてあたいが守ってやるだわさ。腰抜けは仲良く後ろで抱き合ってれば。
Yeah, please do so.
下手な挑発だな。今さら俺がそんな言葉で発奮するか。勘弁して大精霊さん。
Again, you're being quiet.
俺は卑劣、卑怯、奇襲上等のウォルフだ。卑劣術師の名にかけてどんな相手だろうと確実にやってやるさ。
Well, you're gonna lose this. You've lost all the time up until now, and you're gonna lose again this time.
やつらもその列に加わる。
Is that it? Is that what you think? Well, let's see how that works out then. Ignoring Puka's call, he continues to shoot flames at the dragon carriage as it runs. Huge magic spells go off one after another. Normally, one would run out of mana, but that is not an issue for Wolf because of his evil eye. Because his evil eye drains mana. And as long as he just drains mana from bystanders, he won't run out of mana. The palms of both his hands are the ominous sides of the opened evil eyes. When the evil eyes shine, something interesting happens. The evil eye of Avarice? I guess that's what it's called. Absorbs mana in the area, which Wolf devours and cycles into his body. As long as the world itself doesn't end, the supply is endless. Okay then, infinite mana! My boy! That seems like a really useful power. So not only can he completely render his opponents basically... He can render his opponents completely helpless by just draining all their mana. And he can passively drain mana in the area, including his opponents as well, making them feel more sluggish and tired. And he himself never has to worry about running out. Like, this seems pretty incredible. Nice. These evil eyes seem pretty strong, I like it.
好きなだけ逃げろよ、日向者。その背中、俺が月の炎で焼いてやる。
The Great Spirit Puka creates the flames. Wolf's evil eye supplies infinite mana. Together, there is no battle that they cannot win with sheer force. That's why... Something is happening to the dragon carriage straight ahead. Before, they were using ice shards to block, but something is different about them now. The ice shards are even finer and smaller, like hail or raindrops. Change in strategy, huh? I'm not sure, did Emilia reveal Puck to them in this timeline? I'm not sure. He holds up both hands to create an even bigger flame. Puka opens her eyes wide, but Wolf pays her no heed. Dude. We were trying to save Salon, but honestly, if you die, I honestly couldn't care less. I care about Tiga and Melty, but you honestly, if you die, you die. The giant flame is unleashed despite Puka's scream, drowned out by the sound of fire. The flames approach the dragon carriage and it seems that there was no way to stop it. Once everything vanishes, dragon carriage and all. The next instant a white fog expands explosively. The white haze engulfs the flames along with Wolf and Puka, cutting off their vision. Well, you failed. When the haze clears, Wolf and Puka doubt their own eyes at the spectacle before them. Everyone is here, I guess, with their own carriage. Oh, this is all for confusion. I get it. They're all riding the same kind of carriage. I hope the ground dragons look similar too. That would be very beneficial. And now we're gonna split up. And he's gonna have to choose which one to follow. Come on, split up, guy. Let's split up, gang. Surprised by how clever it is, I hope. Is that a compliment? I think that's that's the most of a compliment we'll ever get out of you, I think. So yeah. Hey, it counted as a compliment. It's coming from Ram. You know how she usually is. Okay, so the surgery squad is complete. We got all the surgery members on board now. The surgery members are all the entire squad for the surgery is here, and we have the enemy confused. All we gotta do now is split up. I was busy dealing with Ram and Julius, who jumped into the dragon carriage. Deep in my heart, I was cheering that the plan was working. Outside the town, the decoy dragon carriages were running alongside the real one. Thanks to the haste that Emilia created, the carriages keep shuffling. So they can't figure it out. All that's left is... Are we actually gonna operate on her while we're in a moving cart? Is that a good idea? Is it a good idea to do the operation while we're moving? What if we hit a bump in the road or something? This doesn't seem like a good idea. Krush, you're not as quiet as Wolf, but the fact that the dragon carriage was this loud means that we could barely hear you. Krush responds from the coach box with the reins in hand, even though her attendant's voice doesn't reach her. They've known each other for so long that she could close her eyes and easily imagine her attendant's thoughts and actions. They each have an unwavering trust in the knowledge that the other will give it their utmost effort. Come on. Are we not gonna split up? Are we just gonna keep shuffling?
になっちゃうところ
I
だ
feel like splitting up would be a smarter choice.
いえ当然のことです。姉様と二人とても心配していましたが、ここまで来た以上後には引けません。最後まで駆け抜けましょう。
Oh, this better work, this better work.
ええ、私も大賛成。頑張りましょう。
Because if it doesn't work, we're in trouble.
くそ、部活に攻撃できね
Why not? At this point, it's clear you don't care about Melty's life and what's wrong with hitting the decoys.
そうだわさ。巨匠を見たらわかるはず。スバルとあの子のお姫様が乗ってる竜車がメルティを乗せた竜車のはずで。
え。そんなわかりやすい手を使うか。入れ替えるならそれも込みでやるはずだ。
Oh, but what if they didn't? Oh my god. Which is it?
そりゃそうなのよさ。でもそれじゃあ。
わかってる。さくさくさくさくさ。さくらが言ってた通りだった。
She was right that Subaru is
お
trouble.
前は何なんだよ。夏木スバル。
Ah, that is a question that people do be asking him a lot. Betelgeuse once asked him the same question.
なんか怒られてる予感。
Oh, you think?
心当たりが多すぎるものね。
いちいちうるさいよ。それで頼んでたものは
A scalpel, I'm
一通
guessing?
り揃えてある。清潔な刃物、手術のための台、そして布や水。滞り
Okay. We're performing surgery in a world where surgery is never performed. And we're doing it in a moving cart. Again, this is not a world where surgery is a thing that is done. Ever. It might exist in theory, but no one ever performs any kind of surgery because there's healing magic. So to do something like this in a world where it's never where stuff like that isn't performed, and to do it in a moving cart, again, that doesn't seem like a smart idea. This could go so wrong so easily.
随分と徹底したものだ。
俺も聞きかじりの浅い知識しかねえが、とにかく前準備は清潔さが大事だ。それがしくじったら目も当てられねえ。
潔癖なバルスのために刃物は全部炙っておいたわ。あとは
I like my Subaru roasted with insults. I mean, if you want your Subaru roasted with insults, you gotta get Ram in on the action because she's good at doing that. She's very good at doing that. She does it so casually as well.
竜車の中をきれいにだけど。
それは私のつぼみに任せてもらおう。
Just as Julius says, so spirits of different colors dance around him.
クア、アロ、リク、イヌ、ネス。いずれも私と契約する純精霊たちだ。
純精霊
So there are quasi-spirits that haven't become full spirits yet? So like lesser
精霊
spirits?
としての位を得る前の精霊よ。大精霊様候補と思えばいいわ。
Oh, so they are above lesser spirits but not quite great spirits yet. Okay. Okay, I see.
騎士見習いの俺も含めると候補者だらけだな、この戦い。
目の前にいるのは偽の候補者ですね。
The fake candidate we're about to save, yes. Ram's tongue is sharp. I hope that surgical knife will be just as sharp. And while we were talking,
可能な限り車内を清潔にした。これで準備は完了だ。
again, I'm not sure about this, but it's the only choice we have, so
いつでも取り掛かれる。風よけの加護もあるから安心快適。
let's hope everything stays stable, otherwise we're in trouble.
もちろんひっくり返らせられないことが大前提ではあるが。
Don't want to sound ominous, but if Wolf somehow figures out which dragon carriage is the right one, or loses his patience while searching, that's a very real possibility. ReZero, yes indeed ReZero, also Splooshy, hi. Hello, how are you? Having a good day, I hope. 9 seconds, please watch this. Is now really the time? Let's... Give me a second. Okay, fine. Interrupting this action segment real quick just to check that out for a second. For 9 seconds, rather. Wow. Amazing comedy. Subaru as in the car. Haha, funny joke. Okay. Wait, did I miss anything? No, okay. And... well, she's still unconscious, so let's hope she stays unconscious. That would help in performing surgery. If you can lessen pain, why didn't you do that on Subaru during his sessions with you? What's with the delay? What delay? Stream delay? I mean, if the delay is too bad for you, then you might... Yeah, I know that Subaru is a car. I know that's a car brand. I am aware. That's why I said haha comedy. But if the delay is too bad for you, then... Did you try refreshing the stream, maybe? Sometimes that helps. Because I don't see any reason why it would be bad from my end. Now, I know I didn't switch into low latency mode, but I keep streaming like this all the time, so if the delay is bad just today, then it might just be that the stream was buffering at some point, and that is how the delay happened on your end. That's my best guess. The surgery is to help save her life. If she dies from the pain, that would make it all for nothing. So wanted to make him have pain. I streamed the left, refreshed a few times. Okay. So casual and innocent. I still wonder. Is the pain... I still wonder if the pain was really coming from the healing process, or if the pain was because of the implanting of the mana bomb, basically, right? Because that's, as far as I'm aware, that's a thing that Ferris did during the healing sessions. Implanting some kind of mana bomb in Subaru so that if something ever happened, they could just kill Subaru without having to do anything. If I'm not mistaken. But I'm guessing it was still the healing process that hurt. And just hugged Subaru. Was that? Yeah, I remember. Face to chest. That is what happens. We saw a brief glimpse of that during the anime. Just a very brief glimpse of when he was asked about how the process of healing his gate is going. Then do your best to reduce the pain as much as you can. Hopefully she's gonna stay unconscious during it as well, but you never know. I realized what I said was careless and quickly regretted it. Ferris is a healing mage, in other words a doctor. Even the best doctor in the kingdom can't save every life, that's a given. The gentlest in the world, huh? Yeah, tell that to Subaru. Okay, Ferris seemed to be hiding some embarrassment while Julius chuckles. Seeing this exchange between them makes me feel that there is a strong friendship there. If she would be conscious, her gag reflexes would start screaming. Yeah. Again, we have to hope that she doesn't wake up during the surgery. She's been unconscious for a while now, and there's been a lot of shaking during the beginning part of our escape. Which, again, let's just hope she stays unconscious, and easing her pain might also help, because if you're in incredible pain, maybe that might snap you back to consciousness. So, Ferris, your support is very much needed here.
バルスは友達いないものね。
Wow.
うるせえな、いるよ。今どっちも作戦の要してくれてるよ。あとは一生懸命因果売ってる。
Not sure if he considers you a friend, but sure.
はいはい。ほら、バルスも手伝いなさい。
If she was dead, she would be in no pain. Yeah, that is a thing, but we're hoping that she doesn't die. That's why we're trying to operate on her in the first place, you know?
分かってる分かってる。
Why would we operate on her if we didn't care if she was alive or dead? Ram pokes my back and I head back towards Melty. Her surgery is about to begin on what I call the operating table. And to prepare for that...
メルティちゃん。
Oh no, she's waking up. Bad timing, horrible timing, worst timing. Of course, she's waking up right before the surgery. Actually, it would have been worse if she woke up during the surgery. Multi looks around with dazed eyes. Understandably, she doesn't seem to know what's going on. Right when she thought she was on a dragon carriage, it got flipped over and she lost consciousness. Of course, she's confused.
ごめん。事細かに説明したいんだが、今はその時間がない。ただ、これだけ信じてほしいんだが。
Maybe every character in ReZero can return by death and just no one can see it for others and absolutely no one can say anything about it. In which case, why would everything always work out in the way Subaru wants? Oh, I guess that is if we believe the whole multiverse timeline thing. In that case, whichever path you choose to go down would be the one that works out for you, because yeah, in that case it works. If we consider the whole multiverse split timeline thing, then it works. Otherwise it wouldn't work, because everyone would just keep resetting until everything works out in their way. But if it doesn't work out in someone else's way, they would keep resetting. So that theory can only work if it's true that there's a split timeline. That theory is dumb. Hey, again, if the split timeline thing is a thing that exists, then it isn't entirely... It is a stupid theory, but it's not impossible. Technically. Yeah, that is also true.
君を縛り付けてる問題を俺たちで全部どうにかする。だから信じてほしい。メルティちゃん。
I thought my pleading sounded sincere, but I frown upon seeing that she's not responding. The silence appears to be coming from something other than confusion. And as if to confirm my worries, Melty opens her mouth. I wasn't letting my guard down, but it all happened so quickly. Melty knocks me to the floor. And I see something strange in Melty's eyes.
バルスから離れなさい。
おいラム。
What's happening? No, seriously, what is happening?
手加減はしたわ。一体何が機嫌を損ねたの？そうじゃない。この反応、そんなのじゃないよ。
メルティ様、聞こえていますか？メルティ様。
What is happening?
まずいな。どうやら意識が半然としていない。それどころか、これは
操られてる。まさか。
Is she literally being controlled right now? That would be bad.
どうやら引っかかったみたいですね。
引っかかった。今更なんだ。何の話をしてるんだ。
いえいえ。ただね、考えてみてください。私。
Oh, I don't like this turn of events. I don't like this turn of events. Fuck you, Sakura. Yes, I agree. What are you doing? Also, it's nice to see that Tika is still alive, by the way, at this point.
だったら一度くらいは相手を困らせたい。そのための嫌がらせだったら手間暇を惜しまずしこ。
Can we knock Melty out? Can we just... About Melty, can't we just knock her out again somehow? There has to be a way to just knock her out. Does anyone have a baseball bat or something to bash over her head? I know that's not something we should be saying, but we don't have... You know... Her? Nah. Nah, I'd stay as far away from that bitch as possible. Like, seriously, get away from that. Nah, no, not getting anywhere close to that bitch. I don't know about you, but never.
まさかメルに何かしたのか。
何かなんて曖昧ですよ。私はただ素直になって欲しかっただけ。
I can look at her nasty smile, but that is not something that...
王
no.
様になれる力を存分に振るって欲しいって思っただけ。だからその
What
お
did
手
you
伝
do?
いをしたんです。
Oh, there's that smile. There's that lovely smile. Hahaha. Fun. So what do you mean by encouragement? At the same time, near the Lagunica Castle.
だから何度も言っていることだろう。やり方が手ぬるいと。偽の王戦候補者などと王国の一大事。そうした不定の輩を特定するのに妙な手心を加える必要な。
Why are we jumping all over the place with our perspective now?
それもわかるお話です。しかしボルドー殿、あなたは候補者のエミリア様を嫌っておいでのはず。城の者は不安視せずにはおれません。あなたが恣意的に偽物選びをしない。
That... yeah, I believe that. Why not? Why I wouldn't get anywhere close to her? I mean... I like having a nice life, nice enough life. I don't want to get roped into anything potentially. Any kind of interaction with her would be Plus, I'd rather kill her if I could.
さてさてどうでしょうか。
その口車に乗ってやろう。確かに私はハンマの候補者を嫌っている。言語道断だとさえ考えているからな。だが自分の嫌うものを悪と結びつけ短絡的に判断する真似などしない。そうも千慮千泊であったなら私は今。
Oh, you do think she's evil. Come on. We know you do.
戦争の時代、とっくの塔に戦場で命を散らしただろう。だが
Becoming a witch cult member with Beetlejuice would be better. Yes! Yes! Indeed. You just gotta be careful not to be too slothful in that case.
それが私という答えだ。マイクロトフ殿、満足されたか。
存分に。とこういうわけです。
So?
県人会が一枚岩とは言いませんが、その目指すべきところは王国の安寧と平穏。そこに
Dude might have beaten up that one member that one time, but he let him live. As for Sakura, we'll kill him, yeah. And Sakura definitely would have made sure to make it painful. We know how she killed Subaru. I mean, yeah, getting punched in the face over and over again would be painful too. Very much so, in fact. But we know he was still alive. After all, he was fading into the floor with all the other witch cult members, which I believe he couldn't have done if he was dead at that point. Let's face it. Unless one of the other members literally dragged him with them, but I doubt that was the case. I think he phased out of the room out of his own will. So not only was he still alive, but despite lying on the ground, he must have been conscious in order to get out of there. Yeah, that is true. Not only eating, but also, you know, he got stung many times and they crawled into his mouth and everything. It's horrible. Eating, stinging, everything. Well, actually, they didn't so much eat, rather than just a mess in his stomach until it burst open. But still.
そのように。時にメルティ様のことですが。
またそれか。どうした、リッケルト殿。 気候らしくもない。少し肩入れがする。
Oh, he is very much playing favorites, and that's because of her influence.
いえ、しかし彼女は神竜協会からの推薦者でもあります。王家と神竜との盟約、その継続のためにも気がないは十分。私はあくまでそう考え。
Shut up, you're an asshole.
考え。
Is he about to somehow break loose of the evil eyes? Somehow? What?
どうされた？気分でも優れないのか？
リッケルト殿。
Or is he about to panic and run towards her to save her? What is happening? What is happening? I know he's under the evil eye spell, but what is happening now? Rickard suddenly screams out loud. No one in the room could hide the surprise, but that isn't all.
いえ、ボルドー殿。リッケルト殿だけではありません。
Everyone who's affected is somehow panicking now? What?
いえ、町からも。
Why is everyone who's affected by her evil eye going insane now as well? Melty is going basically crazy right now, and now everyone affected by the evil eye is also going crazy? Why? What did Sakura do? What did Sakura do? People all over the city began screaming out, quickly causing confusion everywhere. Yeah, but the evil eye isn't like... The evil eye isn't like full mind control. It's just a subconscious thing of wanting to help Melty in any way they can. Unless Melty was unable to utilize its full potential up until now. And its full potential allows complete, basically, mind control, allowing everything. Maybe it's just that. Maybe Melty just wasn't able to utilize its full potential, or didn't want to utilize its full potential. Maybe that's it.
冗談じゃねえ。くそ、勘弁してくれ。一体何が起きてやがるんだ。
Confusion is happening.
ラクシャ、プラム、畜生、無事でいてくれよ。
I'm guessing that's his wife and child.
姫さん、姫さん、姫さん、大変だぜ、おい。
Well, at least those two never touched her, so...
騒がしい。わらわは読書中じゃぞ。邪魔するでない。
ああ、悪かった。また来るわ。っていやいやいや。そんなこと言ってる場合じゃねって。
Yeah, no, yeah, this is a little bit more serious.
いきなり誰から構わず暴れ出してんだ。頼むから姫さんは暴れ出してくれんなよ。俺止める自信が全くねえぜ。ってダブン。
たわけ。そこは命と引き換えにしてもわらわを守り抜け。そもそもわらわが無様な。
Unless it's interesting.
あだだだだだ。いや、そうだとは思ったけどよ。多分これ兄弟たちの昨日の話と関係終わりだろう。
であろうな。
But shouldn't you be worried about what's
どうす
happening?
んだ。このまま本当にほっといて。
屋敷に不定を働く者は
今んとこいねえかな。シュルトちゃんに何かあったらいけねえし、部屋に隠れてるよ言ってやっけど。
Who's that? Is Schultz someone I should know about? Is Schultz someone I should know about? That because that name doesn't ring any bells.
ならばよい。よくぞわらわに言われる前に仕事をした。
She has a kid slave. You know what? I don't know why I'm surprised, honestly. I honestly don't know why I'm even surprised. I mean, it's Priscilla. Theoretically not a slave, but basically. It's Priscilla. I shouldn't be surprised, honestly. How and why? Why is she... You know, it's surprising that her and Sakura don't get along, considering how much of a massive bitch each of them is.
後のことは奴らの領分よ。わらわたちには何の関係もない。
それでいいのかね。
やれやれ。 まだ分かっておらぬのか、ある。世界はわらわにとって都合の良いようにできておる。
And again, with that egocentrical point of view, no, just no.
どんな決着を見ようとも、わらわにとっては何ら危惧することはない。
Please just die.
せいぜいおのがぶを尽くすがいい。
The kid likes her, but okay, it's getting weird. This is getting weird. I shall check that out later.
では、やはりメルティ様の魔眼が聞こえる。オートのあちこちから人の声、悲鳴も怒った声もたくさん。
So what now? Everyone driving the dragon carriages finds out what is happening in the royal capital. Everyone is affected by something horrible.
この逃走劇も長くは続かないな。
エミリア様、クリス様、ご決断をやりましょう。そのために二人にも勇者で来てもらったんだもの。
なんだ、街中が騒がしく。
Oh, even Wolf is surprised. How nice.
何？
メルティの魔眼が暴走しているのよさ。これまで人たらしの影響下に
What is Rem doing there?
次から次へと暴れ始めて。
They're driving the carriages. There are currently 3 identical carriages on their way through town in order to distract him because he doesn't know which one we're operating in. And Rem, Emilia, and Krush are the ones driving the 3 carriages. So yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, 3 of them. If there were more, it would be nice, but that's all we have. The chance of failure is pretty high, but it's all we have. It's all we could do in this little time we had to prepare.
多分あの女が何かしてたのよさ。
さくら、あの女ならそういう仕込みもするか。くそ、やってくれる。
Well, then team up with us and take her down. For a brief moment, Wolf hesitates, but it was only a brief moment. He could crush all 3 of them most likely, yes, but he can't go all out with his attacks because he's trying not to kill Melty. He's not supposed to kill Melty, he's supposed to bring her back. Which is why, yeah, he could theoretically just blast them away if he really tried. Probably, potentially. But that would risk hurting Melty, so problem for him. He can definitely attack the carriage he's in, but he can't go so all out on his attack that she dies. Puka nods, but then her eyes suddenly widen. The fleeing dragon carriages all go off in different directions. Again, why did it take so long for us to actually split up properly? I mean, when we were riding next to each other, we were constantly shuffling, but shuffling doesn't help as much as splitting up. I would have just split up much earlier. Yeah, why would they do this now? Why wouldn't they do it earlier? Oh, you're not gonna find her. Not that easily. Can someone please knock her out again? So what now? Of course. Asking Julius to do that. A knight about to bow to Rem. A knight about to bow to a maid. That's how it works. Sing a lullaby, Ram, you try. Yes, of course that works. My Ferris and I wonder what's going on. Ram and Julius synchronize and dive toward Melty. Melty tries to fight them, but she doesn't stand a chance against both of them. Melty isn't a fighter in the first place. Her power of indoctrination is the only thing dangerous about her, but you only need to avoid being touched by her hands. So... Ah, of course, put her to sleep with magic. Genius. Right when Ferris waves over Melty, her body relaxes. I'm relieved that she doesn't show any signs of resistance, but... Wait, is Subaru going to have to perform the surgery? No. 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 Subaru's just a random dude. You cannot. You cannot, in all seriousness, ask Subaru to do anything here. Okay. A regular guy cannot do surgery. No. Then again, who's to say that any of these people could perform surgery technically? Basically, the concept of surgery is something that potentially might exist in this world, but even if it does, it's something that's not nearly as common as it is for us, because, you know, healing magic. Honestly, Rickard acting like this doesn't bother me as much because he's an asshole. They're not super, that's why, and they probably have steadier hands, I guess. I guess that could help. Especially, you know, we already know that Ram, one of Ram's main good points is that she's good with a knife. We know that from her, you know, cutting vegetables, but that's about all we know. I don't know if she has any other, if she's good with the knife in any other ways than cutting vegetables, but let's just hope so. Steady hands is what's needed. I still can't believe that we allowed Ram to do this, considering how she deals with housework and how she makes everything worse. Why did we decide to take her? Oh well. Cutting a body is like cutting vegetables. Maybe. Also, Rosewall is apparently here to help people. Okay. So Rosewall is helping here. Reinhardt should also be currently going through town. Actually, no, scratch that. Reinhardt and Otto and Rom are currently trying to save Melty's town, so they're not here. But Rosewall is here, so he can help. Rosewall suddenly appears and knocks out Rickard. Many confused looks turn toward him. Oh, he does have an idea. Yeah, it goes beyond just you, but don't worry, it's getting dealt with right now. We're taking care of this issue. So who else is helping out? Is it the Iron Fang? Potentially. Even though he abandoned his shop, Cardamon still was unable to get to his destination. He's trying to get back home to his wife and child. He smacks his face loudly and takes a big stride forward. He's quickly surrounded by a violent mob on the streets. Well, apparently he can fight a little bit at least. He punches, kicks and throws the mobs that rush him, but they aren't acting on their own will. He doesn't want to go too hard on them. It would have been so much easier if he attacked to kill, but Kadamon did his best to hold back. It may be foolish, but he isn't confident he could hug his family again if his hands were stained with blood. While fighting off the mob, he continues to help others get away. He shouts at people cowering in fear. He pushes people who are trying to hide. Hiding is useless when you're up against beasts. His opponents may look human, but their spirits are closer to those of beasts. They attack based on primal instinct, so he fights them using his fists, legs and elbows. The feeling of impact is sickening. Amongst it all, out of the corner of his eye, Kadamon sees a small silhouette and he quickly jumps in that direction. If such a frail body is attacked, they'll be broken easily. He has to go and rescue them before that happens, but Kadamon hesitates for a split second in assessing the enemy. He never imagined that children could be among them. The child grabs onto him, stopping him in his tracks. The mob then rushes him. If he gets pushed down, he'll be done for. I honestly didn't know he was such a good fighter, that he's able to deal with this many people. He tries to protect the child from being crushed on his way down, but before then... Oh. Hey, here we go! I mean, yeah, he's muscular, but still. I know what you mean, he'd definitely be muscular, but... Hey. That could have just been from his hard work. I mean, he's an upper seller. I'm guessing he's the one carrying the boxes all the time. Maybe he just built muscles from that, but I guess he can also fight. To a degree. Anyway, Anastasia's here, so we're safe. It happens in a matter of seconds. Right when an unfamiliar girl appears, she gives out orders that cause many beastmen to rush onto the scene, suppressing the entire mob. All the men, women and children grabbing onto Kadamon are shut down one after another. Seeing their coordination, power and most of all the fact that it was a group battle consisting of only beastmen, Kadamon immediately comes to realization that they are... Well, one of the royal candidates. Hey, as you know, as a salesman, you should probably get on her good side, you know. Kadamon squats down on the spot upon hearing that name, and seeing how quickly things had been taken over. Seems like the minor players are done here. It wouldn't hurt to take a break now. That's an opportunity, my dude. What, you like him? Of course, everything's business to you.
負けるわけにはいかんもんな。
Everything is business to you. Oh my god, it's those idiots. Was not expecting to see your faces here.
なんだあいつらものすげえやばい。
どいつもこいつも目がいってやがる。俺らが言っても聞きやしねえぞ。おいらたちの手に負えるかよ。こんなもんとっとと逃げた方が。
はあ、食いしばれ。
Huh?
たくどいつもこいつも逃げ腰で情けねえこと言ってんじゃねえよ。
Oh, Fel, don't tell me you're commanding those idiots around. As basically the slum princess. It would only be natural for them to obey you, considering you're their best shot at, you know, getting higher status.
人生で数少ないてめえらの見せ場だ。ここで踏ん張らねえでどこで踏ん張んだよ。
言ってくれやがる。てめえの方こそ分かっちゃいねえだろ。
こんな状況で何ができるってんだ。右往左往すんのが関の山だ。
Or or, you know, consider this. You could fight.
そうだそうだ。どんだけ頑張ったところでオイラたちみたいな日陰者が。
You could fight.
本気でそう思ってんのか。てめえらが本気でそう思ってんなら私から言うこと何にもねえよ。負け犬らしく尻尾抱えて震えてやがれ。
I mean, felt you were ordered to turn tail and run in the past, and you did so. So, you
私
know.
は行くぜ。自分に言い訳したくねえからな。
自分に言い訳だ。そんなの何の役に立つんだよ。
そういう覚悟で生きてりゃ、どこで死のうが後悔しねえで済むだろ。
So you're telling them they're gonna die.
てめえらは好きにしろよ。私は死に物狂いで暴れてる連中を抑えてきてやら。
And off she goes. The three men watch the girl run off, then turn to each other. The tumult of the mob can be heard in the distance. The three knew it was dangerous to stay there, which was why they had escaped so desperately in the first place. They know it would be stupid to go back there, and yet...
そったれ。あのガキ言いたい放題言いやがって。自分に言い訳だ。何が悪いんだよ。生きてんのが一番だろ。
reasonable.
だってのに。
ラチンス・カンバリ
ー。なんだよ。
そういえば、さっきのとこに落とし物した。
And now you're making an excuse to go back.
多分大事なもんな気がすんだ。だから拾いに行かねえと。
おいおい本気かよ。あんな場所に落としたもんなんか諦めちまえよ。
It's an excuse.
行かねえんだわこれが。なんせそれがねえと死んだもん当然でな。
Good excuse, buddy.
そんなとんでもねえもん落としたのか。ガースト、てめえまさかあのガキを手助けしよってのか。
よせよ、俺がそんな玉が。落としたもんを拾いに行くんだ。
Yeah, of course. Sure.
それなんだ。
You keep telling yourself that, buddy.
多分お前